I'm like, you can't ask me that because I generally don't like receiving. I like giving.
Are there?
Shut the fuck up, Brett.
Oh boy.
Mic drop.
See you later.
Bye.
$1 million, but when you climax,
Oh god.
Whoa.
I can't believe we're taking it to this level.
you barf in your mouth.
Yeah, I probably would.
I probably
All right,
would.
ladies, be warned. Brett may puke on you.
He's not getting this offer right now. This is a scenario.
No, this is based on things that will never happen, right?
All right,
Or-
let's
okay.
do it right now.
What?
Let's use this scenario.
Go ahead.
Let's do it right
So Alex and I
now.
watched Black Mirror. It
We
came
binged
out.
it.
Came
You
out
don't
last
binge
week.
it.
Do you not consider 3 hours binging?
No, I said on the precast, I'm saying it now, to be binge-worthy, I think has to be at least 5. Binging is not about length of time, I think. It's about number of individual things.
I think it's about a season,
How many episodes is binge watching?
Well,
According
we
to
just asked them.
according to Google.
a survey conducted by Netflix in February 2014, they need
That's
to redo
5
this.
years ago.
They need to redo
Yeah.
this.
Before
Nope.
binging really
This
took
is,
off.
yeah. It says 73% of people define binge watching as watching between 2 to 6 episodes. 2?
2? No.
No.
No. Okay. I think.
This just rendered itself irrelevant.
It did. That was a very dumb.
Throw your phone.
It was very subtle. Throw your phone.
I just got a Charlie horse in my thigh.
Oh, shoot. You okay?
You were gonna fart or
Do
something.
you need something?
Hey, where's your Charlie
Just
horse?
give me time. It's on the bottom of this thigh.
Hey, you can do this. Put your foot out. Put your
I
foot
can't.
Out. Do it.
No.
Put your
Oh, shoot.
Put it out. Now flex your foot up like your toes towards the ceiling. It looks like you're trying to take a shit.
What do you need to
Well, I
do?
don't want it to look like
What do you
that.
want to do?
I'm trying to put my foot over there.
Give me your
Help me. My back's to the camera.
No, you're fine. You're fine. You're okay.
You're okay.
ridiculous.
You're okay. You're
Let's do some
I'm doing some friggin' Christmas trivia. Welcome back to PTOUnlimited podcast. My name is Brett,
I'm Josh.
Alex.
and joining us, probably for the first time together anyway, we have Patrick
Yo, what's going on?
and Brig. Josh, did you have something to say?
What's up?
Just tell him to move his mic towards
Oh,
Oh, there you go.
Put it right up on your face.
Just so it's nowhere near Brett.
here.
You know, I was thinking, did I ever tell you the story about my friend at the karaoke bar?
Which one? You got to be more specific.
Well,
Which
I don't
one?
think you know him. That's why.
Oh, okay.
So he went to sing karaoke, and he was like talking before the song started, and he had the mic kind of far away from his face.
Mm-hmm.
And the host, who was a hot girl, is like, "Put that mic right up on your mouth." She's like, she says, "Pretend it's my vagina," and the whole place
Oh
just
my God.
erupted in laughter. It was awesome. Anyway,
Wow.
so Patrick and Brig are visiting. They came for the weekend for our Halloween party.
Right.
And so we're having them on the show for us. So this is Patrick's second appearance in person. He's been in the voicemail before.
Yes, he has.
Multiple
He's been-
times.
And
Many
then
times, many
and
times,
Briggs'
many times.
second appearance.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah.
And like talk about it. Like, I mean, you guys came here mainly for like this Halloween party that we've been hosting
Yeah,
and
Patrick,
stuff.
why
So
don't you start first? Say where you are. Ow. Where you're from.
Well, I'm from California, from the Bay Area, and my address is no, I'm just playing.
I like long walks on the
yeah,
beach.
long walks on the beach, but no, I'm from California, and you know, like I said, we've been on. It was a year ago, actually, almost. Was on.
Oh yeah, yeah, it was about a year ago.
And it was like around the 15th, I think I was out here last.
right.
And,
Yeah.
So was on the podcast and still doing my Paranormal Activity podcast and everything. I know we do plugs at the end, but yeah, just long time.
Now you're on. Your
Oh,
mic.
I was
Your
on.
mic wasn't on.
Oh, sweet.
Now you
Hi,
gotta
so
start
I'm
over.
Patrick.
Hi, I'm Patrick. I like long. No. Halloween party was coming up, and it's something that you guys always talk about all the time.
Yeah.
And I was like, I got to get to one of these, and made sure I came out for this one, and
Well, dude, it felt like it flew by, like the whole party did. Like,
Yeah, it did.
seriously.
Fast.
It did.
Really fast. Yeah.
Midnight and like what felt like 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Well, for you, Brig.
yeah, well,
Yeah.
you were pretty much drunk 5 seconds.
You were the
after taking your
first
drink.
one.
Oh.
One of the
Just
first
about,
ones,
yeah.
yeah.
Now I have a question. What does the Bay Area mean?
So
What is the Bay Area?
So California is basically like just like the area. So obviously the area, but I mean like a certain Providence, I guess you could say, because the Bay Area would be like San Francisco, Hayward, which is the East Bay, and then all the way down to San Jose, which is like the South Bay. So it's basically like say, I don't know, like what do you got? I don't know, would it be the similar around here? Like, is there like considered a certain area around that would cover a couple of cities?
No.
No.
Well, that's pretty much how they do it around there. Like the Central Valley would be like a bunch of other different
What about
cities.
is Oakland part of it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because so it covers like the big cities that the Bay Area would cover would be like San Francisco, Oakland, Hayward, San Jose, and then there's a bunch of other cities in there too. But then like the like I said, the Valley would be like Tracy, Modesto, all these other different cities. They just kind of categorize it that way.
Anyway.
Well, okay. Brig, you can give your piece now.
I'm from Wichita, Kansas, and
Yeah.
last time I was here was in June, and Halloween came up, and we're like, let's go.
Yeah.
That's it. I just wanted to be down here. This time, not a motorcycle, so just that's how I got here last time. Now, just rent a car.
Rent a car.
Already died once.
This is the first time we've got our whole entire Twitch squad together.
Yeah,
Team
we
F.A.R.T.
had everybody
was
together
nice.
at once. It was pretty awesome,
At the
actually.
party
I
we
had a
did.
lot of fun.
Definitely.
Like it was, we got our photos together and everything, and that was always a good thing. Sorry if I'm like kind of like spacey. I'm trying to mess with the noise gate of the fifth microphone that we're not used to running at the same time as our other one. So I'm just trying to have it like not go off when we talk
Well,
to.
the fact that we're down here on the sofa and said your guys' studio.
That's true. Yeah, that too.
Kinda
Yeah.
do a little different setup.
So this is a couch cast, by the way. This is a couch
For our
podcast
audio listeners.
for our audio listeners. Yeah, we have 5 people on the show for the first time. We normally just do one guest, but this time we're like, hey, you know what? We're gonna try for this and see how it works. And so far, the most annoying guest is Pixel.
I don't even know where his rope went. So.
Brett's nickname for him is Little Shit.
But
Yeah.
Brad requested for him to be right here, so
I did not do anything like that. I knew he was going to be what he always is. Well, not always, but
Well, he's got more room for me to be able to control him now.
Okay. So, by the way, this is episode 276, and on Today in History, the movie Titanic was released 24 years ago in 1997 in Tokyo, a month and a half before North America.
a month and a half.
month
It was
and a
named.
half,
It was still
really?
named Titanic.
It was released in Tokyo first, and then it was
Okay.
released in North America.
Oh, okay.
A month and a half later.
I still stand by to this day that there was plenty of room on that damn door,
No comment.
and that selfish chick just had to take the
Wasn't
whole thing.
it proven
Yes,
by
it
like
was proven.
engineers? And...
No, it was proven by MythBusters.
Oh, okay.
They are
Yeah.
engineers.
And I
well,
didn't know that
I
until
guess.
this weekend.
Fuck you. But yes, they are. Yes, they did prove it. I watched that episode. They did like an exact replica and everything of it, and they both themselves got on the door.
Right. But no,
Anybody here go on a first date or something like for that movie? That was like
We
a
were
date.
too
dude, I
young.
was 10.
I'm gonna say Josh
So
and
really,
I.
I was
You guys are so much younger.
I
than
was
us.
Josh and I
too
were-
young
A few
for
years
a date.
older.
I was at a drive-in.
Oh, you have to drive in. Okay.
Yeah.
Alex,
Do you have to
what?
do that right there? It's really distracting me.
Just look that way.
Josh and I didn't even start dating for another like 3 years after that movie.
Did you take Crystal on that date?
No.
Oh.
I didn't know Crystal yet.
Oh.
Ah,
Okay.
see?
didn't want to
See,
date
look at that.
She's off camera, by the way. She'll
So-
hop in here when we talk about a
But
few
if
things.
we mentioned Titanic, James Cameron, he's probably not mentioned in as one of the greatest directors ever, but he's did 2 of the most money-grossing movies of all
Most
time.
iconic, I would
Which
say.
would be Titanic. I agree.
Yeah.
Titanic and Avatar, and he also did Aliens and Terminator.
I was gonna say, I'm surprised
Yeah.
you didn't say Terminator above that
Did
because
he do one
T2
or
was
just-
really
Did he
exciting.
do 1 and 2?
He did 1 and 2.
Yeah.
I think Terminator 2 was that? Did he do Aliens?
Yeah, he did Aliens.
Oh, okay, so it wasn't his first sequel.
But isn't Titanic and Avatar the only two top grossing ones?
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't get Avatar.
You
I
don't?
don't either. I don't
I
really
mean,
care
I don't
for
think
it.
it's a bad movie, but it wasn't like the phenomenon that it seems to be, where they're how many years later they're gonna make like 5 or 6 more of these stupid things.
I don't know, man.
Wait, what?
Yeah, there's supposed to be a bunch of them lined up, not just like a sequel. Like
2 and 3, I heard.
It's not like Star Wars where he had
it
it pre-written. It's like, oh, now we're just going to do this many.
I just don't remember it being as big as what they apparently everybody thinks in their head that it is.
Right.
But anyway, Titanic, real quick. I know, Crystal, you're offline. How many times did you see it in the theater?
7
Good
times.
Lord. My
Get
sister
outta
saw
here.
it 3.
Twice
and
is
she
okay
was-
enough for me.
She was like 16.
Did you see it 7 times because you had to, or 7 times because you wanted to?
Wanted to.
See, she's in my boat. Then.
Did you know there's actually a Titanic 2 movie?
I just remember
Bye.
that I remember being double tapes. If
Oh, yeah, I had
it.
it.
Switch right to
Titanic is one of
VHS.
them.
Yep.
It wasn't Forrest Gump a double.
No.
Mm-mm.
No.
No. Titanic.
The only one I know
and
of is Titanic. Maybe
It was double taped.
it was double taped.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
There is a Titanic 2 movie.
Don't talk about Titanic. You mentioned that to us,
I
didn't
know,
you?
but it's so
That's kind of
bad.
ironic that you mentioned that. Because today was, in this day in history on Titanic,
But it's so many people don't know it exists, and that it's just so bad. I actually tried watching it.
Isn't there like a sequel? It doesn't matter. Off topic. Anyways, moving on. So yeah, it's been a interesting weekend. We had a drive down to Indy to pick you up, Patrick, you and Crystal up at the airport, and on the way back, and everything was.
You guys
Man.
had White Castle for the first time?
You did.
Yeah.
You guys had never had White Castle before.
Mhm.
Thoughts?
What'd you think? Overrated?
It was good. Yeah, I liked it. I mean, it was definitely something I wouldn't mind going back to.
Right.
This is like I said, the closest White Castle to us is in Vegas, and that was only put up about 3 or 4 years ago.
I don't
How far
think
are you
I've.
from Vegas?
It's about a 7-hour drive.
Okay.
I don't think I've ever had White Castle.
No.
Oh, really?
I don't even know how. Like it started in Kansas, but they removed it because it wasn't profitable enough. But there are local burger joints that are worse than White Castle I've had. And White Castle, I'm not saying it's good. I'm saying it's tolerable. But there's local ones that are worse and have been there
You
longer.
guys like Hardee's.
Aren't they
Right?
steamed?
I don't like Hardee's. I've never had it.
Same
so I
thing.
know.
Don't lie to me.
Isn't White Castle steamed?
I thought
how
it
it
What
was.
surprised me, it was pretty soggy on the bottom at
I
least.
thought it was. Yeah. I think they steam their burgers. But
I
no.
thought they were good though.
Yeah, they were tolerable.
Yeah.
Hey,
He's all right. He's playing.
He's not pulling on us.
he looked at a wire for a second, like
As long as
He
he's
looked
not pulling
at
on
it
a wire, he's
all
okay.
nommy like, I'm a munching that. Anyways, so yeah, we had that drive, and then we had the Halloween party, and man, it was we had that going on, and
I came out of retirement and kicked some ass.
My
Beer
gosh,
pong.
Brett,
Beer
you
pong.
like,
Yeah.
it was like
Let's
you
talk
were
about the Halloween
secretly
party.
Practicing
I wasn't
beer
even
pong.
going to. Rick
We have a
talked me
few.
into it.
few mentions here.
Hey,
Hey,
What's he doing?
he was
He almost hit
walking
the
on
keyboard.
the keyboard.
Yeah.
Just literally walking on it.
Hope he
Anyway.
didn't-
He's not walking on.
Rick and I went like
We're
6
still
and
streaming.
1. 6 and 1, I think.
6-1. Yeah.
And 2 of those wins were Death Cup wins.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? Wow. You know what?
So I don't know how I did that because
What is
never used
Death
to be
Cup
that good.
for the uninformed?
Death Cup is when the 2 players on the same team hit the same cup before the other team can remove it after the first ball goes in.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, for those that like don't know, like Death Cup itself, I have lost once, and I got really upset about it. And I was like, "No, that's not a rule." And then it's like, "No, that's really a rule."
and
It's really a
somebody
thing."
after like we
Some people
won
use
like
it.
4 times decided to switch balls, which
well, yeah,
threw us off
But it
at
had
the
water in it.
beginning. Who cares? threw us off at the beginning, but we rebounded. And yeah, that was cool.
I hadn't played beer pong in a while. And I'm not going to make no excuses. I haven't played in a minute. But I also, by the time we really were getting into it, was kind of already getting buzzed. So
Yeah.
Yeah, you didn't drink it for like what until 2 hours after the party started. We were already pretty kind of.
Probably.
I'm gonna count that towards being able to win. But
All right,
Oh, you
fair
stopped
enough.
drinking. Okay, so no, Alex and I kept drinking. We didn't stop our
I
night
just
until
took
about
it slow, that's all.
5 a.m.
You guys all went hard, man.
Yeah.
It's like,
I
bye.
drank until 5 o'clock.
That's
in the morning.
your
Pro.
move though. It's a smart move.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't have much of a hangover other than just like having like a just feeling a little gross the next day, you know.
I was up and ready by 10. I was like, I'm good. No,
Yeah.
I woke
nothing.
up with a little bit of a headache, went back to sleep. I was fine.
Tell you what, my thighs are killing me because Quentin decided to pass out on the lawn, and we had to carry his ass in.
That's what sobered me up from being passed out. I heard someone on the lawn. I'm like, oh, I'm ready. Let's go.
Yeah, it was we did a deadlift and brought him in on the couch, and you know he's good. He woke up next day, good, had fun. It was a fun night. It was a really fun night.
Definitely was a great night.
Yeah,
I'd never played Pong, and that was so much fun. And
Dude,
especially after sobered up and everything else was gone.
dude. At some
It was
point,
great.
we had to cut you off though because it wasn't even midnight, and you were already falling all over yourself. And we're like, dude, you need to slow it. You hit the hard liquor.
I
quick.
remember I was apologizing.
Yeah, you know it
You do that
happens.
sober.
You do it already.
Yeah, well, I know. I remember telling Patrick to pray to Elaine for me.
Yeah. Oh.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
Yeah,
Okay.
I remember saying, "Tell Elaine I'm sorry." I asked you if you prayed, and
Did I
asked
die?
you to tell Elaine.
On the way up there.
I was like, "Could you tell Elaine I'm sorry?"
No.
I don't remember that.
But yeah, we had a fun night with all of
yeah.
our friends, and we had a surprise guest show up. One
Yes,
of our
we
old friends,
did.
Tony. That's mainly what brought Brett
Really?
back because he was a big beer pong player already,
He was way back in the day.
very he was very competitive for a long period of time. So yeah,
Pixel, you are seriously being the most annoying part
Little
of this
shit.
podcast.
he's being annoying. True.
He usually sleeps
But-
through the podcast, so he just wants to freaking play right now.
Yeah. It's over there. It went. It's
Do you
gone.
want to go into the NFL?
Yeah, let's talk about
Yeah.
the NFL and our
So,
fantasy because
got the
that's something
scores
that we
up.
all can actually like go right into.
Got the scores up.
ourselves, talking
Let's
about-
go.
Well, as far as fantasy, because you know Brig's part of our PTO
Right,
fantasy as
right.
well, and so is Patrick, so we can discuss that.
So last Thursday, the Packers-Cardinals game. Packers beat the Cardinals, which is their first loss.
Yeah,
And Aaron Rodgers made a famous meme because he got hit and he had the chin strap on his nose and he had this look on his face like, what just happened?
So I'm in a pick'em league, and I wanted to pick the Packers. I had a feeling about that, but then I was like, man, they got a lot of people out on COVID.
Yeah.
So I backed out and picked Arizona, and I should have went with my gut.
it's all right.
Probably. Honestly, it really wasn't that good of a week again.
No.
The Titans beat the Colts in overtime, and it was old Carson Wentz throwing a crippling interception
Yep.
to allow the Titans to win. So they were kind of rolling a little bit, but he's not that good in my opinion.
Yeah, well, we also then that game lost Derrick Henry for the rest of the season.
Derrick
Or I
Henry's
mean,
out.
he's on-
Right.
Well, the story I read says they don't know the timetable, but it could be the rest because it's foot surgery. So
Yeah.
it's likely that he won't be back.
I mean,
and why,
why bring him back?
I've said that he's not going to play long because he puts too much punishment on his own body,
Yeah.
and he gets punished because it takes 2 and 3 guys to tackle him. I
Mhm.
just don't think his body's going to be able to last.
Well, and I'm under the boat of even if these guys make it to the playoffs or whatever. And I know you want your best players out there, but we also want to be able to be good next year too. I'm not going to bring him back. And if I
Right,
was
just
agent,
say
same
that-
thing. Like hey, you just had foot surgery,
Just
dude.
save
Take
it.
the time.
Save it. I mean, maybe if he's ready for the AFC Championship, maybe you play him
Yeah.
on a third down situation.
Right.
But yeah, that's a tough one. The Niners beat the Bears. That's surprising because the Niners really aren't any good.
They're not very good. They
Bears
played
aren't
their.
any good either.
Didn't they play their second string? Niners.
I
They
think
pulled.
Garoppolo played yesterday.
I thought they pulled him.
No, I think he was.
No,
playing.
they didn't pull him. Or yeah, they did pull
I
him.
thought they benched him.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'll have to
maybe
look
they
at the-
did.
I wouldn't
the
surprise me if
stats.
they did.
Okay.
I remember seeing him on the sideline.
I said this a long time ago. That guy is a great backup, but he's not a starter.
Doesn't appear to be. He gets hurt a lot.
Right.
Probably the biggest surprise of the week was
No, he played.
the Bengals lost to the Jets.
Nope.
The Bengals started the day as the number 1 seed in the AFC, and they probably shouldn't have said that because they lost 34-31 to the Jets. It was not good. They looked
No.
Mhm.
bad. The Rams beat the Texans. No surprise there, but they allowed 22 points from the Texans.
It's a
That's
little
kind of
much.
surprising. Texans are
But Stafford
1-7.
was popping off. He did pretty well.
Yeah, got me 3 touchdowns.
Yeah.
The Steelers beat the Browns in
Mhm.
Cleveland.
Yeah, I
So
can't imagine. the
everybody can
fights.
get off the Cleveland bandwagon because they still stink.
Thank you.
They're 4-4.
It's
They're
okay.
not good.
Vikings aren't any better. We'll talk
We'll
about
get to
them.
that.
We'll get to them.
Was Mayfield playing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man, I didn't even see this score. The Eagles beat the
Eagles.
Lions 44
Eagles
to
played
6.
like a Super Bowl team. 44-6.
Wow, that's bad. So
I mean,
Lions
I
are
guess you can't say-
literal. Lions are the worst.
Yeah.
Yes,
They are the
Lions
worst.
are the worst.
I think
I
it's
think
fair to
there
say.
are a couple of
No.
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 other than 2 games, they've been in every single game.
Okay, I'll give them the Vikings.
So I'm just saying, I
Well,
just think you got a new
They
coach.
they nearly
a
beat
new
Baltimore.
quarterback. Yeah, Goff is not bad. I do not think Goff is that bad. But if they can get a running back for one, when's the last time they've had a really good running back?
Barry
Lions.
Sanders.
Thank you.
Been a minute.
But I mean, that's just been the Lions for 30 years. Is they
had
don't
one
have
that
a
was-
defense.
That was okay for a little bit. The Lions did. I don't remember his name. Though.
They've never really. I mean, everybody. What was his name? Joey Harrington. Remember him from the early 2000s?
Hmm.
They just, you had a franchise quarterback, and you still couldn't win a playoff game.
Right.
Now, at the same time, the Lions, the Vikings, and the Bears have had to go against 2 Hall of Fame quarterbacks in a row for 10 plus years.
Yeah.
Brett Favre and then Aaron Rodgers. So,
Yeah.
and then the Vikings got good in
They
there
did
too.
for a minute.
So you've had to play against a team, one of 2 teams that are always winning the division for the last 20 years.
Yeah.
Because I don't remember a time. I think the year the Bears went to the Super Bowl, they won the division that year. But I don't remember the Lions ever winning the division in my lifetime.
No.
So it's just a tough spot to be in the NFC North if you're not Green Bay.
It makes me think
If
of
you're
that-
not
that
Green
old
Bay.
Just
meme.
get good.
Just get good.
That old meme where it's Mustafa and Simba sitting on Pride Rock. And he says, see this? This is all our land. What about that dark area? And it says Super Bowl over it. He goes, yeah, we don't go there.
We don't go there. That's beyond our borders. I love it.
The Panthers beat the Falcons. That they both stink kind
Man.
of. Dolphins lost to the Bills. No surprise
I was
there.
expecting
Dolphins
that.
are one of the worst teams.
That
They
one, though,
are.
surprised me at first because it was like, up till like, almost halftime? It was still like 3-3
Close.
or something like that.
It was a stupid game. I
And
thought
then-
it was gonna be a lot better, and then all
And
of a
then
sudden
the Bills woke up.
Right? They're like,
did.
what are we doing here? And that's a divisional game, so you never know. They can be closer. The Patriots beat the Chargers by 3 at LA.
Thank you.
That's a little surprising
That is
because
surprising.
I hate
the-
both
you
teams,
just-
but it helps me. It helps the Raiders because now they're in
does.
first place by themselves.
we have the Seahawks killed the Jags.
Yep.
Jags are
No
another one
surprise.
of the worst
Jags
teams.
are bad. They were second to worst.
And then we have the Saints beat the Bucks in New Orleans.
Mhm.
Tom Brady's got something. He just can't beat the Saints unless it's in the playoffs, which
Yeah.
really sucks if you're the Saints because you kill them every time you play them, except for in the playoffs.
Playoffs.
But Jameis Winston went out,
Oh, that was bad.
and Trevor Simeon
Yeah, it
went
was.
in and beat the Bucks. So backup quarterback,
Third string.
third
Yeah.
string
At
technically,
that.
because Taysom Hill is technically the backup. The Broncos beat the Washington football team. The Washington football team is probably the most disappointing because they were supposed to be good because of their really good defense. Well, they're
Brett?
not really good.
Brett, did you mention the Colts and Titans yet?
Yes.
You did. Okay.
Why would you? What do you want to say?
It's just weird that that the Colts lost at home.
Well, it's Carson Wentz and his
It was
Brett
a close game,
Favre
though.
like crushing interceptions.
It was a close game. Close game.
And then we have last night's game, the
Savage.
Cowboys and the Vikings, and the Cowboys won 20-16.
They did.
Cooper
very
Rush,
sad.
whose nobody has ever heard of,
Played better than Cousins.
late scratch. And I've mentioned, Josh, that
I'm tired.
I've been in terms of me and you, I've been a Kirk Cousins defender to a point
No.
because he gets them into position where they could win.
Mm-hmm.
However, as I'm watching last night, and I admit if they're not on prime time, I'm not watching the Vikings game.
That's fine.
He won't push the ball down the field.
Nope. He goes 5
No.
yards.
Yep.
And
He
I'm
doesn't.
like,
There was
man,
actually.
no
Oh,
wonder
let me see if I can
Josh
find the
is-
Can I
photo.
just
No wonder
say this,
Josh is so
though?
frustrated.
I'm not. You got to give a little bit to him because his line is not blocking for him. Like he hikes the ball and he's already scrambling and running. That makes a big difference.
sure.
Like,
I mean,
you guys were talking. I think it was last week, Alex. You were saying how can the Chiefs be so good and now they're just crap. Well, part of it is
yes, their line stinks
is-
and their defense
yeah,
is terrible.
Can't
You,
find
every-
it, but-
you can't pay everybody every year especially when you're winning and you're winning
Yeah.
or going to Super Bowls. You can't pay everybody, so you start chipping away at stuff. And one of them is their line. And Mahomes, as good as he is, he's a quarterback that if he ain't got no one blocking for him, I mean, you could put Brett Favre back there in Minnesota right now.
Yeah.
In his prime. If no one's blocking for him.
It's
the line as
I see
well.
what you're
It's
saying,
the line,
though,
but Cousins doesn't
but-
move.
Cousin doesn't move.
He got an intentional grounding. Seriously, he threw it 20 yards out to get away.
He ran 20 yards behind the line, and then he just chucked
But
it
he
up.
didn't move out of the pocket.
He didn't
He
get out
kept
of the
taking so
tackle
long
box.
to get rid of the ball too.
He does. He has had a tendency to hold. the
awful.
ball.
Holds the ball.
He
But
did.
anyway,
I wrote something down about it, actually,
okay.
about him.
Wrote a song about it. Want to hear it? Here he goes.
No,
Nah.
the one thing is
It's not
watching
good.
this game.
They shouldn't have lost. On paper.
They did good, but it's just like I don't watch a lot of sports, but this was like the best time I've ever had watching sports.
Really?
Because it's the only time I've ever had someone to watch with.
Oh, okay.
But,
That makes
I
sense.
actually got into it. I'm like, get rid of it! Get rid of
Yeah,
it!
you were yelling at it too. Like you saw Alex get a little intense
Yeah.
too. She's like, "Get it
It
out!"
was
Throw a
so
Hail
much
Mary.
fun.
Let's just get it. We've got 5 seconds. Let's throw the freaking
But
ball.
it was a close game, just like
Yeah.
On
just-
paper,
It's not like Vikings
with
are.
Dak being out,
Yes.
they should
They
have won
should have
that
won.
game.
Yeah.
But one thing about the Cowboys this year is that their defense is much improved over
I
the last
agree.
few
Yeah,
years.
they gave them
So-
a fight.
Yeah.
You know, Cooper Rush, the quarterback who played, he's not going to help the defense except for continuing drives and let them rest. So
And that's the other thing too. I was saying yesterday was like, I mean, you prepared for Dak Prescott, not Cooper Crush, who no one even ever heard. I think his dad was surprised. Oh shit, I forgot.
Yeah,
Is
yeah.
that
That's who sent me these tickets. Like no one knew who this guy was, and like so you're not prepared for the way.
Is that who they kept showing in the stands? Is that
Yes,
that's
was his
that?
dad.
Mom, Dad, and wife were in the
He
stands.
was so
yeah.
confused every time they showed him. They're like,
He's like,
Yeah.
As far as fantasy goes, I'm going to go 2-0.
me too.
Projected. I don't know. I still got players.
Yeah.
I'm projected to beat
I'm actually
Patrick in
gonna
our
win both
PTO.
for the first time.
I have a
winning.
chance.
No,
to
in
win.
our other one in PTO.
In PTO, I'm winning for sure.
In PTO. No, in PTO.
I don't know, Patrick.
Oh,
I've
I'm
still
not
got
gonna
1%.
Yeah, because we're playing each other in the other.
So you're telling me there's a chance?
There's a chance. Exactly.
I put
So it's hard to say. I
I
don't know.
put a beat down on Rick.
Yeah. Well, it's
It's
you like. I feel bad.
Well, there's context to that.
You know,
You asked me if I did. We
We're
bet
gonna get some wings.
Our wing bet, and I didn't because being in the 2 leagues, because we haven't been in 2 leagues before. We play each other 4 times a year,
Yeah.
and he doesn't beat me very often, so I just felt like I probably don't need to bet him wings because he might have to pay for wings again. So just let that go.
at one point I just feel bad.
So
yeah,
anyway.
I'm ahead of Josh, but he still has Mahomes, and I'm only ahead by like 3 points.
The
up
only
to him,
way you
so-
can win is if Mahomes doesn't play.
Yep.
and
they
that-
just completely shut him down.
It can happen because Dak
can, but-
Dak got pulled
He's
right
also-
before the Vikings game, and that kind of surprised a lot of people because not a lot of people knew
The-
about
Well, they
that.
had said prior in the morning that
The-
he was going to get there early to test out because of his calf injury.
The
Right.
Chiefs need to get on a roll.
They
and
need to do something.
They need a bad team to help do that. and
That's the
the
Giants.
That's what upsets
Yeah.
me because they
Oh,
play the Giants,
don't pull this.
and then 2 weeks later, the 2 weeks later they play us. So
Who
Yeah,
and
then
they
they
play
get on the
they play
roll.
the Packers next week, so that could
That's a
help
tough
slow.
one.
If they get a roll
That's a
on
tough
tonight,
one.
that
yeah.
might help slow it down. So,
I agree.
I have one small subject to go into that I'm glad Brig is here for because Brig knows more about PC gaming than I know me,
Yeah.
and probably
Any of us.
you of us because we
Yeah.
are primarily
We've been
console
primarily
gamers.
console, but I do understand how PC works.
So I was scrolling probably Facebook the other day and I saw NVIDIA has come out with a cloud subscription service and it runs on the RTX 3080.
It works great, but every single streaming service has a major flaw that's unanimous.
What's that?
It's internet provider. And on top of that, server location.
YouTube has been known to switch that. You can stream in 60 frames.
It doesn't
1080.
matter for gaming.
No.
No, because the NVIDIA has run some of the best because in the sense of like integration of not having to buy a game twice
Right.
or a subscription service. Now they do have a service that allows you a little bit more features. But the thing about the NVIDIA is that it runs natively within your GPU for some of the processing if you already have the game. Then it puts the computing power on the servers. But the reason why cloud gaming has so many problems is if you have a server here in Fort Wayne, Sorry.
No, you're good.
Oh,
Okay.
right.
No,
you're
we
gonna
talk about
have
the city all the time.
latency before, so where you have your input, like you were seeing on Xbox,
Yeah.
where you put input and the server sees that and you get the response back on your screen. If it's in Fort Wayne, it's going to be like that.
Yeah, right.
Now, most of the servers in major cities, they don't, or in small cities, they don't exist. Not even in certain states.
No such
like
thing,
Google,
right.
there's only 6 data centers.
Yeah.
So like I'm in Kansas, there's one in Oklahoma.
You were
2
talking about
hours
that
from
with
me.
speed tests.
Exactly. Your latency is the biggest thing, and that's why you have a half millisecond. So when you do a speed test, you see 45 milliseconds, you're screwed.
Really?
Anything with precision is effective.
What's considered bad or good of
You want
ping?
less than 10 to 15 milliseconds to be able to maybe play a game accurately. You need to be in the same city where one of those server infrastructures. However, Microsoft has the best opportunity. So Azure is the entire global server infrastructure. They have over 300 data centers over the world. They have the best potential along with Amazon, AWS, to put cloud gaming to the max. NVIDIA has a chance in the sense of features, and they know the hardware, but they don't have the server infrastructure. So they won't ever be the top end. Only Amazon and Microsoft really have a chance.
Okay.
So what is the demographic for this? Who's going to benefit the most from a service like this?
Are you in the same city as those data centers? That is it.
So, but you could,
if it evolves, people who don't have money to buy hardware.
That's okay, because that's kind of in the boat that I may wind up being in, because I texted you earlier about some gaming laptops. Now that I've taken a travel job, I was thinking it might be easier to have a gaming laptop. The problem with that is they're 10 times, a good one is 10 times as much as an Xbox Series S.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and the Xbox Series S is technically smaller than a gaming laptop.
Yes.
So,
But you still need a screen to go with it.
Yes, exactly.
So
So I was just thinking, plus I think I saw it's like $100 for 6 months, which that's pricey if I saw that correctly. So basically you could buy a budget friendly gaming laptop, subscribe to this service, and if you're in a good city that has a server, you could be playing on the best GPU out there.
So
right?
your GPU won't mean nothing if you're doing cloud gaming.
Gotcha.
So let's say you're in Silicon Valley, you're in Mountain View, Colorado with Google. Okay, not Silicon Valley in Colorado, but in Colorado, Mountain View, where one of the biggest server infrastructures for Google is at. You could have a Chromebook and run in 1080p, 60, 100, 200 frames per second because you're right there where the data center is.
Okay.
And you have, and also, of course, your high upload and download speeds have to be needed. So if you have a low upload speed, your input is also going to be sacrificed.
Okay.
But hardwire is really the best way, period. But you don't need a gaming laptop if you're going to do cloud gaming. That's the point of getting rid of hardware.
Okay.
Because nothing is processed on your computer.
So you could just have like a budget laptop.
You can
be able
literally
to
have
do
a
that.
$300,
You know what?
$400 laptop.
It's funny. It's funny you mentioned that because I was just about to mention that I tried out cloud gaming today, actually off of Game Pass, and I tried out Sea of Thieves because that's
on the Xbox.
Yeah.
Okay.
The Series S allows that now. I don't know if all of them do, but it just said that you can now go under Game Pass. There's different titles. You know, all titles, most certain titles, or cloud.
That's the way it is on
They
PC
have cloud
too.
titles now.
Right.
So I tried out Sea of Thieves, the most server, heavy.
Taxing.
Yeah,
How'd
and
it
it
go?
was choppy. I mean, it wasn't awful.
Your connection is good.
And
Like
it was
your-
right
your
here.
internet.
Too,
It was
so
right
like
here.
a few.
So I've done it on my PC,
Mhm.
and it's playable. It's nothing special.
Yeah.
But if you didn't have time to wait on a download and you just wanted to hop on for 30 minutes or an hour,
That's exactly.
it's-
Launch titles is where it'll take
yeah,
off.
it's playable and it's not
Right.
it's good to do, or if you're gonna sit there and do nothing, you know,
Right.
it's usable for the casual, I guess you could call it.
Yeah.
And everything like this will take time. It has to, just like game development, when they give you community feedback, if you want this to be an option for either budget people or people have the money to go ahead and invest in this or whatever the case is, if we don't submit feedback, it won't get better. Netflix started with that and everyone was 100% against it. It was not possible, and they had nothing but problems. Like you would sit there and wait to buffer until they figure out their algorithm to have no buffering. You waited, and it wasn't because they pushed so hard to get feedback, and people did because the majority of tech people thought like this was the future. It got better, and now its stream is flawless. Gaming can't get it until we just give it a little bit of feedback.
Okay.
So
Okay.
So they need people to use it.
Yes,
Patrick.
sometimes you got to sacrifice a little bit.
You're the monkey with the symbol.
No, that's good. Thank you.
Yeah.
I love it. Okay, so here's the thing. Patrick, you can give him a full explanation of how to do something on his computer, and he'll still
Now,
find a way to
Patrick
fuck it up.
might be in the best opportunity to try cloud gaming.
You know what,
He's in
though?
California.
Yeah, that's true.
As I get older, I always thought, because I was in electronics for years in my 20s,
yeah.
and I never understood how people who weren't old but were older, like, how do they not stay up on this stuff? Well, I'm figuring
You're
it
getting
out.
there. There's more to it.
I've
The
always
older
been. I've always been. Part of my problem is when people try to explain something to me, I need to
Yeah,
see it done.
Absolutely.
I
Yes.
love to show it, and then I get it. And that's more how I learned. But like I know how to use a computer, I know how to type and everything else. But when it comes to like really breaking stuff down, I just never been able to do it.
I don't understand what an HDMI cable does.
Oh, come
No.
on. You're not that
You have
bad.
explained
Come
this.
on.
I still
Don't
can't.
you
You're
lie.
better than that.
Definition.
You know.
That's
No,
it. Just
I
leave it as
don't.
that.
It's a thing that you plug. How I see an HDMI cable when you're asking for one, I see it that it is just a cable that works like plugging your console into the TV. It
Okay.
is something that plugs your phone or a console or something that you want to stream onto your TV. I just look at it as a connector
That's
cable.
fine.
It
is.
Why are you
That's what it is.
complicating it? That's exactly
It's an
what
audio
it is.
video cable. That's all it
Exactly.
is.
That's all it does.
That's all
A
it
high,
is.
why-
high definition multimedia interface.
Yes.
Then why do you guys make it sound like it's like this really like intricate thing?
It's
We
just a
never did.
cable. It's
What are you
never a
talking about?
component. You know what a component cable is?
The three colors?
That's
Well, that's
an
composite.
aux.
That's
Composite.
RC.
There's
Then what's a component cable?
is the red, blue, green, red, and white.
Yeah,
I know
the
the-
thick 5 cable.
the
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, I just thought it
HDMI
was
is just a
just-
better version of that and smaller.
Yeah, right.
Yep.
Right.
And they just made different contacts.
Yes.
So every single bit of technology is nothing but
Did you know that,
90%
Patrick?
copper wire.
Oh, look,
Yeah.
there. Now you're not the
Just
dumbest one on the
connectivity.
show. There you go.
Wait,
Well,
was
you
there
know-
ever a competition?
Well, you know, as a man, you have to know this answer.
That's why Brett was asking another man,
See, I
so he could mansplain it.
I'm
God.
telling you, like, I don't know any of it. It goes right over my head. I just go, you
Okay,
know what?
the
You know-
biggest thing
oh,
is-
the computer's frozen. I'll control, delete, restart it, turn it
No.
off, turn it back on, blow some air into it. Okay, it works just
That's
fine.
literally the
never-
first thing an IT person would ask if you could restart it first.
Yes. And there's a reason for that.
Unplug it and plug it back in.
Well, you want to restart it before you unplug it.
Yeah.
I mean, you
You
want to
want-
give that the option
Do you want to
first.
know why restarting is the best thing? One of the best?
Why?
It
Because
just-
it probably needs updated or something?
No.
Oh, I don't know.
Caching. It's a temporary memory.
Mhm.
Most of the times when errors occur, they're just stored in temporary memory, your RAM. And all that is doing is saying, hey, I got this error, but it can't leave it to refresh. Refreshing wipes that memory, and that's why the error is gone.
That's what I think about it as then, because like, you know, when a web page doesn't load properly
Mhm.
and it says refresh and then you refresh it, so I think of that as the computer. I'm like, okay,
Exactly what it is.
maybe it just needs to be refreshed, so I just all control delete and restart the computer like I'm restarting a website.
Yeah, you're doing that.
Woo!
Yeah.
I see, I got it.
And
I know
You're doing a
shit.
basic IT thing.
You have the
Woohoo!
most
I can be an
powerful
IT
device
guys.
in your pocket.
It's fine. You're
You mean
fine.
you don't cuss and just kick the machine?
I've actually done
I've
it.
done
I've
that.
done it.
I've done it.
I've
See,
done
I
it.
don't resort to violence. Josh sometimes
Result
does.
to
I do it at work.
vulgar
happens-
profanity.
Josh will do
maybe.
this. Click, 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 click. I'm like, you do realize. clicking is not
Congratulations,
working.
120 clicks has unlocked this program properly.
Now, have
Exactly
you?
how it works.
Now, here's a fun thing. Have you ever, when you're getting frustrated, you start moving the mouse a whole bunch? Like, why is it not working?
Yes.
You know, you're actually causing more damage
Why are you looking at me?
because the cursor, when you're moving the cursor across the screen, that's actually causing the CPU to think harder.
Okay.
Oh,
So
Did you
man,
know
I'm
that?
gonna throw that in your face every
Did you
time
know
now.
that every
Don't get
guy
excited.
learned how to control the mouse with his left hand at some point?
I do it. I switch back and forth.
My sister actually has
What?
to.
Wait,
What did you say?
what did you say?
Wait, then I don't get it.
I don't get it.
Boobs.
Oh!
That's not what I meant.
Oh, okay.
You're on the computer. Every guy has learned how to start clicking with the left hand.
Because you're
I do
jerking
it
it.
now.
Become a lefty.
That's why I don't get it. Okay.
Oh, well, okay.
I
Makes
was
sense.
thinking boobs still, but now I really get it.
now he's really thinking boobs.
Every guy, when they were younger, they started off with one video and decided to switch it right in the middle of it. Nah, I want to see this instead.
No, actually at work, it bugs my
How many
coworkers
tabs you have
nuts is because
open?
I will move the mouse to my left hand at random. and I'll start clicking with my middle
I
finger.
was just
instead.
hoping we weren't going to go into detail, Brig.
No, no, because I'm ambidextrous and I switch constantly while using the mouse.
Well, my oldest sister, she can't do anything with her right hand. Like
Nothing?
she's very left.
She's only left-handed. Yeah.
Her right hand is like it's my strong hand.
My dad grew up left-handed, but him growing up, they told him that you're not supposed to write with your left hand.
Yes, I had baseball. When I was in T-ball, I was T-ball, I was left-handed primarily, and he didn't want me to be left-handed, so I had to learn right-handed. It wasn't until like in my teens that ambidextrous started coming back.
It's wild when I see people who can draw symmetrically.
I can't do that.
Two hands at the same time doing the same thing. It's like
one hand.
I will just,
man.
in the sense of computers, the only thing I can ever advise anyone, including Alex, like, you have the most powerful tool here, and I say a lot of dumb stuff, which I can just, and this goes to just saying normal life stuff, but in computers, anything, there is no one in the world who has had a technology error that it doesn't exist anywhere else. That someone has not found the solution and put it online, whether it's fixing cars, research.
That's why Reddit is so handy.
Access to you have a super computer essentially.
Yeah,
you can get it right away.
It cracks me up when some people do that. Like at my job, they'll call me for something. Like, what is this? I'm like, dude, if you Google it,
exactly.
it'll pop up. You don't need me to send you a text sheet that you can find online.
Right.
Yeah. But it's part of my job.
Everything's online. It's okay. There's always someone who has a solution
There's a
somewhere.
Job for that.
Yeah.
There's an app for that.
There's an app for that.
Yeah.
Let's move into some playing and watching
yes.
before we move into anything else big. Brett, you playing anything new?
No.
Watching anything different?
I don't think so.
We actually got a little farther in the Squid Game.
Yeah.
One more episode.
And we got Brig hooked. And he's not a TV watcher. He does not watch TV at all.
Yeah.
Nothing. I don't
watch
watch
anything. He watched one episode with us, and he didn't even start the season.
Or the episode.
Or the episode from the beginning, and then he's already hooked.
Yeah. And I finished Rick and Morty. That's
Yeah.
the only
Oh,
thing
you
I've
did?
gotten through. Yeah.
Nice.
The Squid Game, yes.
Yeah. They'll have that out soon. But South Park just announced that they're going to be having their next special next month.
They have their next special.
And then they're going to have another one.
25th?
Yeah, and then they're going to have another one in December. And then their season starts early 2022. So we're going to be getting South Park in the winter and not in the fall. Something to look forward to in February or January.
I just want more South Park.
We're getting it, but we have to have Paramount
And now
Plus.
you have more reason. You don't want to go outside in the freezing cold.
Exactly. Let's stay home and watch South Park.
Mm-hmm.
It's freezing outside.
It's good though. I'm very excited.
It will be.
Are you what? Oh yeah, he's so. Doge just finally settled.
Don't say anything. Josh, you have been bad luck. I'm saying.
Do you want to do the movie club?
What's that?
Do you want to do the movie club?
Sure.
Yes.
Sure. Let's talk about Halloween Kills. And before we get into Halloween Kills, we're also going to talk about Halloween 2018 as well. It's going to be like kind of like a mesh of that because Brig has just seen that for the first time, and we're kind of going to because
rewatched
this
it.
takes place immediately after one. So here's the synopsis of it. Minutes after Laurie Strode, her daughter Karen, and granddaughter Allison left masked monster Michael Myers caged and burning in Laurie's basement, Laurie is rushed to the hospital with life-threatening injuries, believing she finally killed her lifelong tormentor. But when Michael manages to free himself from Laurie's trap, his ritual bloodbath resumes. As Laurie fights her pain and prepares to defend herself against him, she inspires all of Haddonfield to rise up against their unstoppable monster. The Strode women join a group of other survivors of Michael's first rampage who decide to take matters into their own hands, forming a vigilante mob that sets out to hunt Michael down once and for all. Evil dies tonight. Now, some of that synopsis is wrong. Laurie doesn't do that.
Yeah, she
Laurie
didn't
doesn't do any of it.
Laurie sits there and just cries the whole time.
And she didn't want it to happen either.
She sits there and bleeds.
Yeah.
Yep. So, starring Jamie Lee Curtis, Judy Greer, Anthony Michael Hall, Andy Matichak. There's other people in there too, mixed in, and some recurring cast members.
So
too.
There should be a drinking game every time they say "evil kills." You take a
Oh
shot.
my God!
Evil dies tonight.
Evil dies tonight.
I'll be screwed up faster than last night.
Right?
Evil dies.
Evil dies tonight.
Yep.
Evil dies. Evil dies. You know, I forced myself to take it like Scream, because I took the first one a little more seriously, and then this one I was like, you know what, just take it like Scream. Think of it more of like a comedy, like more of a laid back style, which isn't what a lot of people are going for these days. And I took it, I enjoyed it more that way. I'd say I probably could have scared myself if I really thought more seriously, but it was a little cheesy.
I just can't take these movies seriously.
The first one was
First one was good.
you
Better.
don't like this one though.
Okay, we are talking about 2018. Halloween
This
Yeah,
was,
yeah, yeah,
2018.
yeah.
This one was a
Sorry,
letdown.
Patrick. We're talking about Halloween 2018.
He'll get there. He'll get there.
This one was a letdown, I think.
It was
as
a
far as
little-
the sequel goes.
I wouldn't say it was. It gave you more answers, but it didn't really finalize
I would
anything, but that's
disagree,
okay.
Brett. I would not say it was a letdown. I would just say that 2018 was better.
I agree on that.
Yeah.
100%.
I think that it was too congested.
Right,
How about that? That is how I felt.
Right.
kept going back
Here's
and
the
forth.
thing that
yeah,
annoys
it was
me.
too congested.
Mhm.
At some point, somebody says you can't kill him, yet the entire movie they're trying to kill him.
Yeah.
Yes.
He can't be killed, yet let's stab him in the back with a pitchfork. Let's circle him up and gang beat him to death. And he gets up and kills like 9
And
of
I was
them.
disappointed with that.
I'm like,
He's
I
pretty
wasn't
much
disappointed
unstoppable.
with that. I just
Yeah.
knew that he was
No.
not going to die.
so
Decapitation.
the time when he's the least dangerous, when he's locked up in a mental hospital.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh my God, you have a point.
Here's the
He's
thing.
been gone for 40 years. Well,
And
yeah.
he didn't
Let him
kill
out
a
and
soul.
train
And
for
he didn't
him.
kill his soul. It's because he's in a mental institution.
This is why I hate that they got rid of the other movies. To me, it's like, oh, he's this crazy killer. He killed, technically, in the first movie, what, 4 people?
Yeah.
5 people, maybe?
Yeah.
No, yeah, see, his sister,
Yeah.
the gas guy, that's where he got
The 2
work clothes and
podcasters.
stuff.
The work clothes.
No,
yeah.
the original.
The original
Oh,
movie.
okay.
And then 3 other people.
Like some
5 people
teenagers.
got killed.
Yeah.
So
And so at least if they would have added the second movie, which was like this one, took place in the same night,
Yeah.
Mhm.
it would have added more kills. Would have been more of a. He would have been more of a
mass
thing.
murderer.
Yeah. But they got rid of that. I understand why they got rid of 4, 5, and 6. That makes sense. And then, but I still say they should have kept Halloween H2O too, because there could have been a big connection in that.
Mm.
But like to me, because now they make Lori this. Just 40 years she's been fighting this for like what? He's been locked up for 40 years. Like,
Right.
what are you tripping about?
Well,
Yeah.
She's
He's
tripping
gonna
because
get
she had a
out.
traumatic experience.
I get that, but it's the way that if they would have added those other movies, it would have made more sense why she was so paranoid.
Right.
Yeah.
But I think they also expect that this is a movie, and if you're going to watch Halloween 2018, you've probably seen the first Halloween, and just
Probably.
knowing enough about Laurie's first encounter with Michael, cutting everything out in the middle, they're making it known why she is the way she is. She
Right.
knows that thing can't die. She knows that she needs to be
But see,
prepared.
that's the thing, though. It would have been more. It would explain more if they added the second movie. Is what I'm saying.
the cop knew that too in this new one, because he was at the very end. He was telling how you can't destroy him in brute force. You can't do a lot.
There's
Yeah, but he
there
was
is-
dead
there's
most
a way.
of the movie.
I believe
pretty
there is a
much.
way. Now, this is going to be explained in the third one in Halloween Kills, but I'm pretty certain that Laurie is the only one who can do it because he still has the scar in his eye.
Yeah, she's very about the bond between them two. Like,
Mhm.
and even
Yeah,
the
but
doctor
so
was
is
like that
what's
too.
his face?
That's the whole thing, though. Once again, they took away the fact that they're supposed to be brother and sister. They got rid of that whole thing, and then they even said he didn't know where Laurie was. He wasn't going after Laurie.
The doctor.
The doctor brought him
That's
there.
the whole point of now. They're still trying to make like there's a connection between the two of them, but then in this movie it proves, in the last one, that they don't have a connection.
Mm.
So that's what I'm saying. It's like they're going against their own thing.
Hmm.
I did like, like how they added that scene at the beginning where it was supposed to be like that same night,
With the cop.
Right
So
after
the
the one.
flashbacks.
Yeah, yeah.
And then the other thing I found out was that that guy, I thought he was supposed to be CGI'd, Dr. Loomis. They actually, I guess he's an
Yeah, I
actor.
saw that on IMDb.
What?
So he really.
It's a real guy.
He's a real guy who really resembles Donald Sutherland.
No way.
And that they brought him in, but they did a voiceover.
Yeah.
Previous clips, they added it to.
Okay.
Makes sense.
Yeah,
Makes sense.
but that,
I was gonna say they did a
Did
really
you?
good
Okay,
job.
Patrick. I have a little bit more of a factoid on this.
do?
With that scene, with him, the two cops. You know, he's trying to kill that cop with the rope. You know why, right?
Why?
Because in the first one, the sheriff answers a call of Halloween masks, ropes, and knife sets being stolen from that hardware store.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
So they kept it continuous
Yeah.
by that rope still being what
Because
Michael
they
stole.
Yeah, because they didn't really show rope throughout the rest of the first movie. so-
Right? Isn't that interesting?
Yeah, that's a good one. I didn't catch that one. Yeah, that's good.
Now, think of those killings. There's one thing. I have two deals. Part one of the killings. This new one, the first one did it better. Period. Because I think this one, every single time he was killing someone, they always left them breathing, and then he went and finished it off again. In the 2018, they were just dead.
He was very fast and efficient in 2018.
Yeah, now he's like, oh, it takes 20
They
stabs.
had to up the violence.
Well,
Yeah.
They
Oh
really
yeah,
did.
yeah. They turned up
Yeah.
the violence and the gore.
He's angry.
Yeah.
I feel like
Now you made him mad.
Well,
Now you
yeah,
pissed him
Now you
off.
pissed him off.
We left him to
It
burn.
depends though, because like if you look at the once again, because you got to count the very first movie, whether you liked it or not. It's connected. He killed a couple people. He killed a couple people by strangling them and stuff like that. So he didn't kill everybody right away.
Yeah.
The only kill I really had an issue with was the old man. Where
Yeah.
he kept putting the knives in his back.
Why?
Yeah, that to me was obsessive and stupid because
Yeah.
No,
Michael
okay,
Myers,
so
he
you know
kills
why?
people, he does
No,
certain things.
but he feeds off of fear. So what's her name? His wife or whoever that
Well, what was
was.
there left to fear? She already had a thing.
No,
in her
She
head.
but
was
she
still
was
looking,
alive,
and you can hear her
staring
breathing.
at it. That's why he was doing it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna-
Staring
when I-
at
I don't
her
know. I
and
don't
putting the
when I look
knife
at
into
these
his back.
movies, when I look at these movies, even though they don't count them, I look at the whole thing. And any movie he's ever been in, he's never been that obsessive where he's just doing the same thing over the same body. So that was like
I'm
out
gonna
of the
say
blue
again.
left field.
I'm gonna say it again, just like when like 15 minutes in the movie, after you start seeing him really amping up the gore, amping up how he's killing people, I looked over at Josh and I quoted Ace Ventura and I said, "Well, now you get him off." So I'm like, he's just pissed. He's on a killing rampage.
Yeah.
He's
He
amped
was-
it up. He's angry.
He was left in a fire.
The way
yeah,
the
right.
way
I'm
he
pissed
killed-
off.
The way he killed the firefighters is what I would see how he did. He didn't do anything excessive. He just killed them.
Punched
That-
him,
yes, they were
stabbed him
just
in
dead.
the face with that tool. And
Yeah.
Yeah, and the
That's about
saw.
it.
That was the only one where his kill was a little off. Even
Yeah.
Crystal and some of my other family that are hardcore Halloween fans were like, that's the only kill that I feel is excessive.
The
It's kinda
chainsaw?
stupid. No, when he was just putting the knives in the guy's
Mhm.
back.
Oh, yeah.
By the way, those firefighters were actual firefighters.
Oh, nice.
really?
So
Probably to carry all the gear authentically.
portraying
Yeah.
themselves in that film. Yes.
I
yes.
also I didn't understand the Big John and Little John characters, that they were completely
lived there.
They were just-
unnecessary.
They just lived there.
It
Yeah.
was just a movie. It's just
They
you know,
they
they're just
portrayed
characters.
something
They were living in the
specific,
house.
but I didn't write it down. They mean something.
I don't know why, but I found it funny when he left them and they showed the photo when those two were together in the photo.
Mm-hmm.
And then he put their dead bodies in that same
Yep.
position. I wanted to laugh. I'm like,
Now,
this is not right.
I know you
Yeah.
guys don't like one of this stuff, but
It's okay.
I had to mention. Did you guys see the article about Michael Myers is homophobic?
No,
Because
what?
Because he
I've seen
killed two gay guys. Are
Okay.
you serious?
Okay.
Yeah,
Are you
someone-
serious?
Whatever.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying that this is I just kind of
No, I'm like,
That's people's
It's so
conspiracy.
stupid. And I've seen so
You know,
many-
it's something that someone can get upset about.
Yeah.
yeah.
it's
Sure
either he's
he-
inclusive or not inclusive.
What do you mean?
the
He just murdered how many people before he got to there? I don't think he kills anybody.
You know,
But he
I
let
think
them die
I think
together.
he's
He
got
cared about
something
them.
against
fuck?
firefighters.
He
How
gave
about
them
that?
special
Or
treatment.
interracial
Yeah.
couples.
Yeah, or interracial couples. Yeah, he's got something
It's
against
just
interracial
insane.
couples too. My
So-
God, it's anything these days.
So-
Seriously.
There's a lot of political stuff that's actually shown in this movie,
Yeah.
Especially how crowds can be drawn by specific,
Yep.
by
One word.
wrong
One
terms
word
and
and-
phrases and
I
Yeah.
stuff.
felt bad
and
about that crowd. Not the crowd,
I felt bad
but
about the guy.
the patient.
Yeah, the
Who
patient
went to the
that-
hospital because he knew
He
he
just
wanted
wanted help. That's it.
Yep.
He just needed help, and then
Yeah.
they
But they're
ran
just-
him to
They're just showing what fear can do.
yeah,
Yep.
and destroy a
You know,
whole town.
can destroy, manipulate.
yeah.
So, quick fun facts, real quick. The girl who played Lindsay.
Yes.
That's the granddaughter,
guy
right?
who played
I've got their
Lonnie.
names.
Lonnie.
And the
Mhm.
nurse
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
and the sheriff at the or that used to be the sheriff,
Yeah.
the
The
security
old
guard.
guy.
Those
Um,
were all the original actors.
I
Oh.
thought
from
so.
from
Really?
first one.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't get Tommy because apparently they don't know where Tommy is. Like,
Oh, maybe
I don't
Michael
want the face
Myers
of the
grabbed him.
Paul
not have
Paul
his
Rudd
pay
was
stub
Paul
somewhere?
Rudd was busy with Ghostbusters, or else he would have reprised the other one.
But the problem I had with like the guy who they got playing Tommy was I felt like he looked older than freaking Lori.
Which one?
Just a
Anthony
little
Michael
bit.
Hall.
Yeah.
Anthony Michael Hall just had a bad. He's
I
he's
don't-
had a few bad summers. Okay.
I'm just saying, the guy who played, he was supposed to be a kid, right? Like what, 10 or something like that, when Lori was babysitting him, and then they.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's true.
You
Yeah.
know, I think it's just because it's Anthony Michael Hall is like he's a great actor. So,
But
I don't know.
the other thing I like that they brought up when they were in the, I don't know if you guys caught this, but in the when they were in the the hospital. And Hopper was in there, and he goes, "Yeah, I knew I didn't really have a chance because you always like Ben Kramer."
Yes.
I don't know if you guys caught that.
Yeah,
No.
but who's Ben Kramer?
In the first movie, huh? Tramer.
Tramer?
Oh, we get Crystal on here, by the way.
You want
We're talking
Crystal?
about Halloween
Yes.
and stuff.
Crystal,
Yes.
Halloween.
Halloween.
It was like Crystal needs to talk
So
Halloween.
in the first one, remember Annie calls her up saying, I got you a date with Ben Tramer.
Scooting down.
Kramer.
It's all good. It's all good.
Tramer.
Kramer. That was the whole guy that she liked, and then when she said, "If you watch Lindsay for me, I'll call Tramer in the morning and tell him that you don't really want to go out with him." It was just a
Oh,
callback.
okay.
Okay.
All right. Yeah. All right.
So you guys are big fans of the Halloween franchise.
A little bit.
A little bit. The Halloween first movie was released 40 years after Halloween 78. Halloween Kills was released 40 years after Halloween 2. And Halloween Ends will release 40 years after Halloween 3. Isn't that crazy?
That's crazy.
Well, that's the other thing.
Yeah.
See, so Halloween 3, the reason why it didn't have Michael Myers in it
Yeah.
was the whole point of this Halloween series was supposed to be kind of like what's that show on American Horror Story,
Yeah.
where how each like season is just different, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like different stories. That's how these Halloween movies were supposed to be.
Oh.
And everybody wanted more Michael Myers. So that's why John Carpenter wrote the second one. So when the third one came out, people were thinking, "Oh, it's going to be about Michael Myers," and it's about because in its own, it's a pretty good movie
Really?
on its own.
Huh.
Right.
But everybody, because they associate Michael Myers with the Halloween series, just dogged it.
So who's in the third one?
Yeah.
The
So
third one is about a company who are making these Halloween masks, which you see in the movie, the pumpkin, the skull, and the witch. They're making these masks, and like it's this whole like cult ritual thing where basically they're selling all these masks, and at one point on Halloween night they're gonna play this thing on TV, and all the masks are basically gonna do like a mass kill a bunch of kids.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, and
Oh.
and the company is called Shamrock.
Silver Shamrock.
Silver Shamrock, and if you look close enough on one of the masks, you see the Shamrock
logo.
symbol on the back of the mask.
Okay.
So that's a callback to Halloween 3. And they were actually, those three masks were in 2018 too. They run by real quick.
So you know the part in Halloween 2018 where they're mentioning they're walking on the sidewalk. It's Laurie's granddaughter and her friends. They're talking about I heard that he was related to this one woman or whatever. Oh no, that's just something they made up. That's kind of like the biggest slap in the face for Halloween 2, isn't it? Because isn't that when you learn that they're related, right?
Yeah.
In Halloween 2. So didn't Halloween 2 take place in the hospital?
Yes.
Yes.
So is that what you guys were expecting in this? For it to take place more in there and
Kind of.
Kinda.
instead of it
Just
being
if they
more.
were kind of call back a little bit to that, but yeah.
Mm.
Because like in Halloween 2, Loomis is leaving. They're making him leave with a police escort, and the nurse who was in this one,
Yeah.
with some, they should have told you. They should have told you. She told me what? He's like, here's a file that you never got to see. They're brother and sister, and that's when they reveal the whole thing. And it makes sense why he's trying to go after her.
Okay.
But
I did have something that, going off of what Josh said, so that same scene, they basically tell you right there that everything from the first, in the 1970s Halloween, everything from that Halloween in between that and 2018 doesn't really exist. So I don't remember enough of the first movie, the first Halloween, to make this argument or not. But in the first Halloween, does Laurie see his face? Or
Yes.
For a second.
it is in the first movie?
So right after, remember she hides in the closet with the coat hanger?
Yes.
And stabs him in the face and
Yes.
he falls. So then he
That's your
sits
favorite.
up
That's my favorite
and
part.
then grabs her. She's fighting him and she lifts up his mask.
Okay, then I don't have my argument. Damn it.
Yeah.
I thought maybe that didn't happen because she says, I saw his face. And they do a flashback in this latest movie, Halloween Kills. She goes, I saw his face. I've seen his face. That's the wrong guy. And I'm like, wait a second. They already said all these other movies don't make sense. Why'd they flash back to another movie? It was the first one? Ah, dang it. I would have had a really good fight right there.
That was upstairs in Tommy Doyle's house.
Okay. All right. Never mind. I don't have an argument then.
I know you had a question you wanted right now.
There was something.
You said you were going to write it down.
seeing this a second time, was there anything you noticed specifically out of this movie that you didn't point out the first?
No, I think
Everything was pretty. Nothing. No
for the most
callbacks
part.
or
The
anything.
only thing actually I think was when the interracial couple was there.
Mhm.
They were watching a movie, and I want to go back and look at that. I think they were watching Halloween
You said
4. I think.
Really?
I think so. Yeah.
Isn't that interesting? Huh. Wow.
Huh. I bet you
So-
there's an Easter egg about it.
How does this stack up for you guys?
As being super fans of this franchise.
Yeah. What do you think?
I enjoyed it. I wish the granddaughter would have died.
Oh. instead of the daughter.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, I don't. And
yeah.
Crystal's thoughts is that she's gonna be the new heroine.
I think she's gonna be. If they continue,
She did go pretty badass
she's
though.
gonna take over for Lori, and
But
it's
that's
gonna be all
the
about
thing.
her. That's what I.
In the
think.
one before,
Okay, I
she
can see
wasn't like
that.
that. And all of a sudden, it's like I got a shotgun and I'm just.
Well, but she believed her grandma more than her own mom did.
That's true.
Still,
She had more
it's
faith and trust in her
still-
grandma.
When in the scene when they were downstairs in 2018 when Karen was all scared, I really can't do this, and kind of
Yeah.
suckered in Michael. It makes sense she knew how to use the gun because Jamie Lee Curtis Lori was training her when she was a kid.
Right.
Her
Sarah Connor
granddaughter-
style.
Yeah, her granddaughter, Karen was trying to keep her away from any of that. She would have no gun knowledge.
Yep. Mhm.
Figured
no,
it out.
No survival
Yeah.
skills. Now all of a sudden she's supposed to be more of a badass than Karen.
And the fact
That's a good
that she
point.
picked a shotgun
Out of
over, like, a
everything.
pistol.
Well, you don't have to aim with it. Well, you have to aim,
have to aim.
but you have a higher
There's a lot
chance
more of
to
a.
hit something.
Hitboxes.
Yes.
Yeah. So see, and I thought it was also kind of funny they brought back the Lonnie character because
Mm.
that scene where he was getting bullied and
Yes.
getting okay, Lonnie was the one when he was picking on Tommy.
Yeah.
He's gonna get you. The boogeyman's gonna get you. Made him drop the pumpkin. That was Lonnie.
Uh-huh.
So why they brought him back and kind of threw that whole thing in there, I thought that was a little
Yeah,
weird
that
too.
kind of
But
confused
Yeah.
me,
Maybe
but-
because they could get the actor to come back.
maybe.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like
Don't
Lonnie
know.
was the bully to Tommy, so why is he all of a sudden being bullied?
I don't
Yeah.
know. It's weird.
Yeah. I don't know. Weird.
Do we want
I
to rate
think-
this movie?
Well, let me tell you what critics and fans are giving it.
Oh.
I got another question on it too.
I'm gonna say.
Go ahead.
When I went into this movie, I was hoping for a jump scare, which I didn't get. But yeah, well, you always jump.
Do you get jump scares if you ever? Yeah.
I got one.
Yeah.
The part in the beginning with the cop looking out the window when
Zach.
it came out. I saw you jump, Alex. I looked at you guys.
I think I
She
screamed.
went-
I think I screamed.
And I wanted some good kills.
Yeah.
And that's why I look. Like I said, when I said to you guys this when you guys were talking about slashers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was usually the origin story of a slasher movie is supposed to be scary.
Yeah.
But once they start making more, it's more about the kills
Oh.
and stuff like that. To me,
Right.
I don't think that. Look at Freddy. That first one, Nightmare on Elm Street, was great. It was scary and everything. It had that aspect. But as they went along, he became more of a jokester.
Yeah.
I
killing
say,
kind of thing.
yeah.
You
One
look for the good kills and look for some cool effects. That's what I basically. So
Agreed.
that's why I wanted was some good kills. And I gotta tell you, one of my favorite kills in that whole movie was when the nurse took the knife to the eye.
Oh my
I
God.
Yeah.
love that kill.
What?
Well, I
But
liked
the
the
pistol.
following one.
Yeah,
Yes.
the pistol to the.
She's like,
Her
I
out.
got this.
Our whole row laughed
I love that,
at
like,
it.
so we had our row in the back, that was us, and then we had like a couple here and a couple here in the theater.
They
and
were
I think
silent.
I think all of us at that point when the girl blew her face off
Yeah.
went like it was
The one in front of
it was
us
just
went like
a funny
oh,
kill.
Well, this woman who probably hasn't handled many firearms takes the Desert Eagle 50 caliber.
Right. That's no.
Shoots her
She
fucking
couldn't
Can't
face
shoot
off.
broadside of a barn and ends up shooting
Yes.
herself in the face.
Yeah.
I
Oh my
think
God.
so. I have a 2018. I think is far superior. Not only just the kills and all that, the cinematography, the music,
Is it the same
the
director?
everything.
Yeah. Same director did 1
Well,
and 2.
he got lazy
Yeah.
on this
He got
one.
lazy.
Or he got
Because
excited.
look at everything. Yeah, but look at they got everyone to go into it.
I think he wanted to
so
up the
much.
momentum.
That's
It's
what I
not.
thought.
It's
I
it's,
said-
but it's faster.
Flares, the lighting, everything was so artistic in 2018. This one
Part of
was
the
just put
problem
together.
with this new, or I'm not gonna say problem. Probably the issue they got with the first one was they got a lot of shit about not having enough kills.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And so they upped the kills, but I think there's a reason is because they're really trying to, when they go to this Halloween Ends, is really ramp up how much of a killer he is, how unstoppable he is.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Because honestly, other than the first one, when Loomis, I shot him 6 times.
Yeah.
Other than that, in the second one, or 2018, they didn't really show them doing anything to really try to stop him like
No.
hardcore.
No.
Only the burning. That's it.
Only the
Yeah.
burning of
So-
it.
But that was meant to be. That was like, see, the boss fight is what I always call endings on any kind of action movie.
Yeah.
Is because that boss fight in 18 was superior. The amount of going through the labyrinth of that house.
Yeah.
Because the boss fight in this one, which is a circle, people beat him up, 2 gunshots.
Yeah.
It was so fast and just. The big boss went down quickly, and he
But
came back up
didn't
and
it
sliced
feel
him
a little
up.
sad?
I don't think that he went down
Somewhat.
quickly because they put him down quickly. I think he went down quickly to give them like a, oh hey, we beat him kind of thing.
And, he
That I
jumps
can
And then
see.
back up.
he's like, guys, you can't kill me. I'm Michael fucking
And then he
Myers.
came back
Like-
up and slashed everyone. Yeah.
One other thing I was telling Crystal about made me laugh that is they screwed up in the movie, like things that you know might not catch, but I thought was you remember when they went up when Little John, Big John were looking for who was in the house?
Yeah.
Marco Polo.
Little John or Big John locked the front door.
Yes.
Lonnie shows up and walks right
And
in.
walks right in.
Continuity.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, he does.
Continuity.
That's a
error.
slight mistake.
Yeah.
Okay, one other fact about this movie: there are 12 pumpkins featured in the opening credits, paying homage to all of the franchise's movies. The 12th one being Halloween Kills.
Nice.
So Alex, when she saw the pumpkin, she's like, "Oh, what's it gonna be this time?" Because that's like the most exciting part
I like
is the
it.
intro
I
where
like
you
how
get
they
the
keep the intro
pumpkins
very
coming in.
original.
And,
Yes.
yeah,
It is a
the
good
music.
theme song.
I like it.
It is.
Mhm.
I think
Yes.
that just by adding a little more bass to it, which is what they did.
The guitar when he appears.
Ah.
When the music when Michael Myers appears really gets me. I really
Yes.
like it.
Critics give this a 39%. Fans give it a 66.
I say I'll give it a 7.
I give it a 7.
I'll give it an 8. What do you got? I mean, out of 10, you guys
Out of
have any
10.
numbers?
I'm going for the new one, right?
Yeah.
The one that we just saw.
No, the one from 1978 that we didn't watch.
I want to give it a 7.
I'm gonna wait.
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah.
I give Halloween 2018. I think I gave an 8. So this one I'm going to do a 7 just because I didn't think it was as good. I think they went too.
Oh.
Like you said, the problem was with the 2018. People were upset that there weren't that many kills. Now I think we went overboard. I think we needed to step
a lot of
back a
kills.
little
Yes.
bit because it became
Yes.
slapstick after a while. It was like,
Yeah.
oh, how's he gonna kill this one? Like
And
I
how
saw
many
Crystal in the
stabs?
bathroom.
Is how
That
important
one
it is
lady was
slasher
like
movies are.
in the
Yeah.
corner. She's like, she grabbed a little steak knife and he was like, just walked in. He's like, you got a knife? Looked around the
Light
kitchen for a
bulb.
second, just grabbed the light bulb. He's like, I can kill you with whatever the fuck I
That
want in
was
this house.
great. That was
Right.
actually
And
great.
then just walked over to her. And
That was like Big John grabbing the smallest. little
I got this
The little-
He's like, I got a
fucking
knife.
I got this
I
one.
got this.
Okay, who else was waiting for him to say to Michael Myers, "Look what I can do"?
I know. I was tapping
It's
down.
not
I
the
was like-
same guy. I thought, is it the same guy?
Yes,
oh,
I
it is.
told you
Okay.
it's the same guy.
It is the same guy. Okay. Actually have a question for both of you two because you guys are both big horror movie buffs and you guys you watch them yearly. Like we only do it during the Halloween season normally. Me, Alex, and Brett. Brett's not much of a horror person anyway. Alex and I, we used to be a little bit more. But what horror film have you surprisingly not seen?
Let's see.
Because there's I was talking about there's Critters and there's you were talking about how was it you that was talking about Gremlins or was it you? One of you two mentioned about Gremlins was actually supposed to be scarier.
You.
Yeah, me.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a scene. You've seen Gremlins, right?
No.
No? Oh, okay.
I don't think. I mean, Alex
That's not
has.
surprising.
Well, there was so it's kind of horror comedy, right? But they wanted it. Steven Spielberg wanted it to be darker. And there was a scene where the mother goes up the stairs because she hears a noise, and her head was supposed to come rolling down the stairs.
Apparently that was too
But
much.
they changed it because they also wanted it to be more kid friendly.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
but like I'm trying to think of a good. I mean, there's more of it's like I've seen the original. I haven't seen like a lot of sequels. Like
Yeah.
Candyman.
Yeah.
I've never seen the third Candyman,
Yeah.
and I barely remember the second one. But
How many are there?
there's including the
remake.
reboot.
Yeah.
It's a reboot.
It's a sequel. Yeah.
If you want to spoil, it's basically yes, like a
I
sequel.
know he's in it. He's cast. It's all over the internet.
I know, well, but I don't know. I would say, like for you, would be. Well, I showed you that. I would say Hellraiser.
Well, you guys are part.
Hellraiser.
You guys are part of a podcast now that you do together. Let me show you something where you two come up with a movie that one of you may have seen other than what
Yeah.
or something that we
I'll tell one
suggest
for
to you.
you. You've never seen Silence of the Lambs.
That's
What?
that
well,
was
neither
a
of these
shocker.
two. Neither of these
Yeah.
two. I mean, I've seen it many times. I
seen-
love it. I love that
I'll
movie.
give you one. It's more of a slasher than a horror. But,
They're-
I don't
they
think it's a
go-
horror
They
at
go
all.
hand in hand.
yeah.
I think it's just a psychology movie. That's it.
God, Christian Bale.
Oh.
Psycho.
Psycho.
That's a
American
great
Psycho.
movie.
I've
never
actually
seen
seen that
American
one. That one's messed up.
That is a fun movie. That
No,
is a
it's
fun
not. It's
film.
messed
What?
up.
No, it's great.
No,
It's great.
messed up.
Have you seen Idle Hands?
Yes.
Every show, every
The
day.
one with Elijah Wood in it?
No.
God,
No.
Devin Sawa.
All right, do we want to move on?
Can I pick something?
Yes.
Are you off next week? Like, are you not on?
I don't know yet.
Okay.
So we'll then go ahead and choose.
Choose one, yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna go with kind of like you did with the boys. I'm gonna go to the first 2 episodes of Animal Kingdom.
Animal Kingdom.
What's Animal Kingdom? Sounds like a Disney
This will be
thing.
the 3rd time that I've explained this series. It's the family of thieves that live in a surfing community in California.
And what is that on? Is that on Hulu?
It's on Prime.
Okay.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
Alright.
We'll check that out. And have you watched much of it? Like, are you,
Yeah,
are you big on it?
I've watched. So when I first started watching it, the first 2 seasons were available, and then I took a break for like 3 years, I think, and
Really?
so all the way through season 4 was available, and then so I watched it all the way through, and just as I finished, season 5 was airing. So and it just season 5 just wrapped. There's only going to be season 6 is the series finale. So
There's 5 seasons.
So
Oh my
do you know
gosh.
who Sean Hattasy is?
I know that name.
So he was in The Faculty.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
He was the quarterback in The Faculty,
Oh, okay.
and he was in John Q. He was the guy that beat up his girlfriend in John
Mhm.
Q.
Yeah, I saw
He's
it.
kind of a big main character. Scott Speedman's in it.
You know, it's been a minute since Scott Speedman's been in something that I
Yeah.
can actually relate to because he
and
was great in
then
Underworld.
The main character is Ellen Barkin, who's very good in it, but the only thing I know her from is Ocean's 13.
Let me look her up.
Okay.
Yeah, that's one. I mean, that's pretty much her big one. That's on her top movies and TV shows. Yeah.
Yep.
So,
So-
I actually have it up right now. So I'm like, as you're saying names, I'm looking them up quickly. So I got, like, I remember Scott Speedman from Underworld, but no, we'll check it out.
Do you want to move to fan topic?
And Strangers.
Probably good, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Fan topic?
What is the worst thing you've stepped on or in? Now, Alex, where'd you get this?
I just saw it on the internet and I was like, that's a good question.
Yeah.
Okay. Like I said, I thought it was from the movie theater floor last night.
Good
Oh,
God,
gross.
the
My
stickiness,
the
man.
Trash.
Shoe
Little
almost
sticky.
came off. I thought it was sticky.
It's insane.
Trash in
I
the
can't-
seats.
Well, okay,
Uh-huh.
I'm not. People leave their trash. It's whatever. But the problem I have is mop your floor.
Yes.
Seriously.
It probably has been days. I want to
It's
guess.
probably like, we'll mop it after the last show. You know?
I have
Once
a
a
feeling
day.
that's
but
kind
they
of
were
how it
dead
is.
enough. They could have done it.
No, they
They
were.
could've.
They were. Yeah, I agree. I
In the
agree,
middle.
but it doesn't mean they will.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not in charge of them. But we have a. Well, what? Oh my goodness. So Alex, or I guess Brett, what's the worst thing you stepped
So it's not something that I stepped in, but it was something that
in?
was spilled on me, and I think it was my bare foot. It definitely went down my leg. So in my first apartment, my roommate had a friend who they both like to chew, and he would spit his spit into a bottle. So it's the next morning, he's
Yummy.
still there, and there was a bottle on top of the microwave, and I went to get something out of the cupboard above, and I knocked it off, and the bottle turned upside down, spilling his spit juice all down my leg. I was fucking pissed, and I ripped into my roommate like you wouldn't believe about his friend and his spit bottle being
That
left
is awful.
in our kitchen.
Put a cap on it.
So
Throw it
No,
away.
throw it
Well,
away.
Exactly.
Don't give him the extra. Don't let it be there at all. That's
Yeah.
gross.
So yeah, that was probably the worst.
Alex.
When I was a young single digit person, I don't know what age, I was running around barefoot outside like I'm not supposed to. And I even remember we were playing the whole like bad cop, good cop, cops and robbers kind of deal. And I jumped onto someone's porch that was supposed to be base, and someone went to go grab me and whatever and put me in jail. And I said no. So I jumped over the fence and I landed barefoot in their yard. Well, their yard had like one of those really, really long nails about the size of your probably the size of my middle finger. probably the size of my middle finger.
Perfect
and
size.
It went. I landed. It was like straight up, and it went straight through the middle of my foot. And of course, like I screamed, and I remember somebody like ran out of their house and picked me up and asked me which apartment was mine and picked me up, and luckily that person picked me up and took me straight to my apartment with me screaming, and my mom came out and put me in the sink, removed the nail herself.
Just
I don't remember I didn't have to get stitches or anything because I think it went just through the soft part of my foot and like missed everything important.
Did it go through?
Yes, it went.
Like all the way
it
through?
went through my foot.
So you saw a nail up
Yes,
here.
there was a nail going through my foot.
So you got pierced.
I got pierced through this foot.
ouch.
And I just
Gross.
remember sitting like in the sink because my mom thought it was gonna like be bloody, and she pulled it out, and there was like not really any blood because it. You know, you see magicians stick things through their hands because they know exactly where to stick them. It was like I got that lucky that it didn't hit anything in my foot. And she pulled it out, and I mean, I
never
don't
heard
know.
this
I don't
story
remember.
I've never heard this story before.
Because we don't ever talk about those kind of things. I just remember she put like a wrap on my foot or whatever, and that was
I
it.
can't imagine how sore you were.
But I know I
days.
didn't get stitches or anything. I just
That's
remember it
insane.
hurt, and when I was kicking and screaming, and then she just
How old were you?
pulled it out, single digits. That's all I
Yeah.
could tell you.
You can.
I was small enough to be able to get propped up onto the kitchen
I mean, Alex,
sink. and-
you're tiny. I can. Can you do that?
I'm gonna say 5 or 6. How about that? It was like
you know
that
what?
young.
Yeah, it's kind of ironic. I was about the same age when a nail went through mine, and I'm gonna tell this story too. I had a nail go through mine as well, but I'm not gonna go into detail about it. But the after,
No, dude.
well, I was just in the driveway. Yeah, I was playing with some neighbor kids and my siblings, but it was the after effects of what happened. Like they took it out, my dad did, and a few weeks later, I started growing a tumor actually that had to be removed surgically. I was actually put under, and I was on crutches for 2 weeks, and they actually did a surgical removal of this tumor that grew where I stepped on
it's
the
just
nail.
a fatty tumor.
But the thing is, it was growing, and so they had to get rid of it. So before anything came of it, I don't know. But
Where you got a club foot?
What?
Where
What'd
you
say?
got a club foot?
Clubfoot? No, no. I was like 6 or 7. So yeah, it was.
Oh,
was
okay.
nice.
Is that your story then? Like, is that yours?
Yeah. What's yours, Brig?
Mine's going to make you really cringe. just
Yeah,
so you know.
Brett's here.
And it's worse than a nail.
Okay.
So this was in 99. So I was like 10 or 11, right before we lost our house to a tornado. Me and my mom were building our giant porch, her and I, just ourselves.
Yeah.
And we, those nail plates that are rectangle that you put in the wood to hold 2 pieces of wood together?
Yeah.
Okay. We ran out of a set of those, and I was only wearing sandals, and I went to the shed to go grab another box of them. Well, this box was already used and was not sealed. So I'm running back because I'm trying to be hurry. We're trying to get this done before it rains that night, which was the night of the tornado, which we
Yeah.
did finish, and the tornado took it. I'm running back. I trip over a branch. We had a big maple leaf tree,
Yeah.
and tripped. The deals come out. One lands. This foot slides right on one of those plates. This side skinned, and they had to essentially sew part of the skin, like the skin graft,
Yeah.
to seal this back up.
Oh man.
And I couldn't walk on this foot for about 3 weeks while I had a heal. They said if I had
Brett's
any
not
form of
happy.
walking in with a cast,
Yeah.
it would have never have healed.
Oh.
But essentially that whole plate just skinned this off.
Ouch.
And so my mom took me to the hospital, all that, blah, blah, blah. She went back, finished the porch. And it was essentially the same night to the next day, because essentially it all leaped over to May 3rd.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tornado took that porch we just finished building.
Oh my god.
Oh god.
Bad luck.
All
man.
for nothing.
No, just the muscle and the
Right?
skin.
All for nothing.
Absolutely nothing.
Patrick.
Patrick and Crystal, you guys each
Everybody has stepped on something
Yeah.
I
in
stepped
their
on
life.
a nail. I think the worst thing that happened with my foot was nothing I stepped on top of. I remember I was walking through the hallways one time in high school, and we were all of us messing around, and my friend came up behind me and she bumped me with her hip, and I flew forward,
What?
and the doors hung about this far off the ground, and my foot went right underneath it. and ripped my big toenail off.
Oh!
Or up. It didn't rip it all the way off. It ripped it up.
Well, then you had to take it out.
No, I
You might as well have to finish ripping it off.
Went to the office, got a Band-Aid, put a Band-Aid on it with a bloody sock.
F that.
Put a Band-Aid on it and went to football practice.
No.
I would have called in like, nope, I'm done.
What's that? That reminds me of like when The Rock broke his finger and he's like, I just told that sucker to pop it back in. I ain't got time to whatever.
We got shit to do.
So then about 2 weeks later, I was changing the Band-Aid and the nail came up with it.
Ugh.
And it grew back ingrown, so then I had to go get that cut twice.
Jeez.
So they're like, if it comes back ingrown again, we're taking the whole nail again. But
Yeah.
it grew back fine.
You know, as dog owners, I gotta say, Alex and I don't step in dog poo as often as you'd. Stop it. Stop it.
Too many times.
It's not. That's not the thing.
Don't you pick his poo up now?
We do.
She just knows now she's stepping in dog.
Why? Oh, yeah. You
Gosh,
know, you're gonna.
We've all witnessed it this whole like
I've
last
been
48
jinxing
hours.
everything. She's gonna step in dog shit
All right,
tonight.
Crystal, your turn.
Actually, it's funny that you mentioned dog poop, so I was gonna say dog shit.
Really?
That's
Just
the worst.
barefoot?
Oh yeah, no socks, nothing.
Oh.
And I hate wearing shoes. Like I don't like to wear shoes unless I have to.
That's
and I
Alex.
just went outside and
Mhm.
boom.
Yeah.
That's why we have flip flops sitting over there because
Yeah.
we've learned just in case. You know, we
I
just don't.
I will not go outside in my bare feet. I
You
won't
guys
do
are
it.
weird. I just
It
I
hurts.
like
Depends.
barefoot.
Like, if
Yeah.
something, like where our townhouse is, the trash is like right here. So sometimes I'll walk across, just throw it away, and come back. Or if we're going to the pool, sometimes I'll walk barefoot.
That
I
hurts
like
for me to do
Isn't
that.
it? Isn't it get hot?
It
Only
was.
when it's really hot.
Yeah, there was one day. So the sandals I have, if they get wet, dude, there's just my foot's sliding all in. So I didn't dry off that well, and I took my shoes off. And we started walking, and it wasn't that bad. But then I got to where the asphalt was, and I was like, "Open the fucking door!" I got to do a quick fun story about my dad about something with his foot. So we were up at this place called Timber Cove. It's like it was a house that we used to rent during the summer. It was like right above the ocean. It was real nice. And I was outside and I said, I went to, because there was a croquet set. I went to go grab it, and I saw there was a freaking snake in there. And I kept telling my dad, "There's a snake. There's a snake." He goes, "Oh, there's no snake." So he's outside in his barefoot. He's like, "Oh shit!" I'm like, "What?" He goes, "There is a snake." It went right over his foot, stopped for a second, and then kept going.
What kind of snake? Do you know?
It wasn't a garden snake because it was bigger than that, but it wasn't nothing poisonous.
Like a bull snake or
Yeah,
something?
yeah.
Mm.
It went right. It stopped on his foot and then kept going. He was just like, I go, "I told you to." Do
He's not much of a reptile person, I guess, huh?
I've never seen my dad get like that though. That was the funny thing. Oh shit!
I have Discord. They have a response from there. From Arrow. He said, "I've stepped in geese turd." Now here's the thing.
Oh, geese
We get
poop's
geese.
gross.
We get geese here
a lot. Oh, wait, you guys wouldn't get a lot of
lot.
geese, would you?
We got geese in some areas.
They've all moved on.
We
for
get
the
a
winter.
lot
They've already
of
moved
geese.
on. It seems
A
like
lot.
You don't mess with a goose.
they
No.
are assholes.
They
I
are.
My
hate-
brother
I
got
hate
bitten in the
them.
balls from one.
That would have been. I love it when birds chase people. It's so funny.
I got chased by a turkey once. That was fun.
My mom let him because he wouldn't stop chasing them. He says the
I
parents
wanna
are going
see
to come
Brett.
get you, and they did. And
I want to see
Got right
Brett
to
get
zoo.
chased by a turkey.
I think. I don't know. I don't know how you'd interact with the wild.
I think Brett would run.
I don't know. I think he probably just take his pistol like
I
dinner.
say we're having turkey dinner.
You know?
Done.
Crystal got attacked by a seagull at Disneyland.
Oh, I can't imagine.
Oh yeah,
That doesn't-
air bombing.
They're
Well,
aggressive.
Seagulls
Seagulls,
are
man.
mean. I mean, we went to the beach on
She
LA.
got shit on.
All right. Anyways, what? All right. You said Arrow said goose poop.
Yep.
Is that all you got?
Yeah.
Okay.
You have a lot of Instagram.
Actually,
Yeah.
I mean, this was actually a really good question.
It was blowing up.
It was.
Yeah, really good question. Okay, so we've got Terrible Terror podcast.
Shout out. to
So
them.
shout out. This was a couple days ago. Our dog Zach must have eaten something that did not agree with him, and in the middle of the night left us watery surprises on the floor. I woke up to pee at 3 a.m. and ended up stepping in what I think was
Okay.
something else until I turned on the lights. Worst experience ever.
I have stepped. Okay.
Zach's a big dog too.
I've stepped
great.
in animal feces inside and animal vomit. It's
I have to
I
ask,
mean, Layla shit on my hair.
how do you have
Oh,
an
yeah,
animal
she
that poop in a
did.
house if they end up doing so? When you get up or starting to wake up, you don't smell it and start looking first.
Yeah.
Because if I smell anything, I'm turning on every light. I don't care
Yep.
if I'm mid asleep. I want to find it first.
do you smell anything?
No, but when they do, and that's not in like a litter tray or something,
Yeah.
you're
I will
probably
have
going
to
smell
say
it.
that cold cat vomit is pretty nasty to step in the middle of the night.
Chunky.
Especially if it's like a plant.
Good God.
If it's like
Chunky.
a plant that they
I've had to
bit
pick
up
it up.
and threw up.
I've stepped in
ugh.
Snickers puke before.
Yeah, it's pretty gross,
It's
man.
just slimy.
It's
I mean,
slimy.
I'll get over
We've
it.
got the Fickle Fanboy podcast. They
Shut up.
they said been lucky, actually just mud. If anything, people pay for that
Mud.
shit,
I
man.
would. I'd do it for fun.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Your news, our take podcast. Dog shit barefoot.
Fun.
Ugh.
God.
Wow, this is a very popular one, actually. We got a junior combo on Instagram says dog doo doo.
Yeah.
Love it. Love dog doo doo. Hold on, I have to scroll. Ah, there we are. J Movie Talk podcast. Worst thing, some dog crap, and it was wet and sticky, just gross. Ever since then, I make sure I look down when I'm walking through grass.
You know, it's
Constant.
a little more.
Jersey Comic Crew podcast, probably vomit.
Yeah.
And then I had one more. I know. I was pretty sure. Oh no, I didn't. Okay.
It's a great,
I will
great
say that
topic.
I know my dad hasn't responded, but I'll just go ahead and say because I know what his is. And it's very ironic to the story that I told because we were always told when we go outside to play, which back in the day, that's what you did. I know kids don't do that now, but like mom and dad were like, it's daytime, get out of the house.
Mm-hmm.
So that was my life growing up. Well, my life was also, why are you outside? Why aren't you wearing shoes? This, and like my sister, she broke her arm and she's broken this and that. My brother and I were notorious for stepping on things. Like he's had shards of glass through his feet and from not wearing shoes, and I had the nail and a couple other things go through my feet. So he was always very the person. My mom was one, but my dad was very much, don't forget your shoes. Don't forget your shoes. And I'm never, ever, ever in my life going to forget this moment. But he ran down to the park to tell. He apparently had been calling us to come inside. Well, he was really pissed off that we weren't responding, and he ran down. He was barefoot. As he was walking up to the park, he yelled, "Alex!" And I was like, "Yeah!" And I swung off the swing and was walking to him. And he's like, and I didn't have my shoes on. He's like, why aren't you wearing shoes? Get in the house. I've been calling you. He walks up to come and grab me and steps barefoot on a bee.
Oh.
And all the curse words in the world came out. And I remember it going, are you okay, Dad? He's like, that's why you wear shoes. Not joking. Never going to forget it. You may or may not be watching right now. But yes, I'm never going to forget that. That's why you wear shoes. As he's like holding his bare foot and a bumblebee sticking out of it. But yeah, I remember
He actually
that
just
one.
commented on it. Yeah,
He
he
did?
said, "Thank you for remembering."
I got bit by a spider on the bottom of my foot one time. And I think got like about this
Dude.
big. It was like real watery. And inside was the fang.
Oh.
We had to pop it to get it all out.
Ouch.
Gross.
Gross. Dude, I mean, spider bites are like.
You know, and now I know why, because I don't think I ever see my dad barefoot because his feet are like as white as the snow. And now I'm thinking about it. I'm like,
That's probably why.
when do you see mom in shoes? Other than when she just like walks into the house. She's always barefoot.
If she's at the bar.
Besides being in a public place.
Oh,
Like she's
okay.
like almost always barefoot.
Yeah, yeah.
So I get that's probably where I get it from.
Right, maybe.
I'm like,
You
maybe
gotta-
we always do it.
We got a friend who was basically like beaten to his head that its feet
Oh.
are nasty and you always have to keep them covered
That's me.
and yeah, okay, but do you go swim with socks on?
Oh, come on.
Yeah.
You will go swim with socks on.
No.
But he
I mean-
was taught that no one's supposed to see your feet.
Why not just get a water shoe?
Water shoes are nice. Water shoes are real
They
nice.
fall off while swimming.
They have saved
If you get
me.
the wrong size.
Get
Well,
the-
I've gotten some super
Get the
snow. My toes
one
are even curling
with
and
the
still it comes off.
toes.
I got water shoes. I was in Hawaii swimming in the ocean. They never came off.
It's great.
It's just me then.
What are you saying? I mean, Alex and I.
Yeah, know your size.
Alex and I we kept our water shoes from like 3 years ago.
Oh,
So
I
we
know why.
still
'Cause
got
they're
'em.
like 10 to like
Hey, Josh,
11, and
they're
they're
the
still
right
not in the
size.
middle. Will fit right.
they are the right size. Yeah, but
they're
the
the,
thing
if
is,
anything, they're
they're
too small.
old, so they're just cracking. We gotta get rid of them now. At this point, the rubber's just not. It's not as flexible as it used to be. But anyways, moving on from there, I got a couple of nerd news things to talk about. First thing is Fortnite. They're actually shutting down their servers in China. They're
What?
gonna
Why?
be. They are done.
They're just done?
China. It's China.
How? They are
Well, I mean,
funded
well,
by
think about it.
China.
What's the point of them having the game out there, they just made a law saying they can only play 1 hour, I think, a week.
Exactly.
That
Remember
makes sense.
that?
Not financially affordable then.
Yeah.
Hey, what's the point of having it?
Well, that's the thing is Tencent is a major Chinese company. They own a huge, or they contribute a huge stockholder of Epic.
Well,
So-
I mean, I'm pretty sure they're still going to get their money worth from everywhere else.
Yeah, it's
But
got
like I
10
said,
cents and everything.
They made
Yeah,
it a law in China that you're only allowed to
3
play
hours or something.
or like a week,
Yeah,
and that's it.
like 1 hour on the weekends per day or something.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
Mhm.
makes sense.
what would be the point of streaming the service?
It makes sense because server maintenance just for that would be a lot.
Yeah. It's kind of crazy to me that they're just getting rid of it. And,
Mhm.
with how successful Fortnite is,
They don't need
it's a
it
weird
anyways.
play. It's a weird play.
But I get it.
Yeah,
It doesn't surprise me that China's just they're battening down the hatches on their gamers. But Nintendo is also in the news lately. Again, I keep on talking to them. It's like a weekly
You're so
thing.
happy about this.
Yeah. Nintendo's Online's expansion pack trailer is now the most disliked video on YouTube.
Wow.
Yes. How
Really?
bad
On
is that?
YouTube.
On YouTube. It is the
Wow, and
most
that's a big
disliked
platform, guys. If
That
you don't
is-
know what YouTube
that
is, you're only
bad.
watching us on it
According
right
to
now.
Kotaku, it is the most disliked.
In the
Wow.
expansion pack, you're talking about the $50 subscription.
Yeah,
right?
the $50.
Yes.
The price alone. That's all you have to answer why.
The Switch
Price is
Online,
ridiculous.
Yeah, it's.
I thought maybe 20, not 50.
If you
Yeah,
compare
it's
to what
already
Xbox
20.
has
No,
with backwards and cross-platform,
It was already.
there's no
20.
reason for even 20.
More than 25.
I was thinking 35. I was like, oh, that'd be a great expansion. An extra 15 for these two.
Oh, that's
It doesn't. Even, but even they expand it, they have no justification for it. They can't figure online services out. They can't figure even voice
Right.
chat.
Right.
Yet Xbox has all of it for 15. So they added more, which is still less than what Xbox has.
Yeah.
They shouldn't be charging no more than 15. Period. There's
Well,
no
that's
justification
monthly.
for it.
That's monthly. I'm talking annually.
Oh, it's 50 annually? I thought it was 50 monthly.
No, it's
Ooh.
That's
50 annually.
outrageous.
That's outrageous.
That's even worse.
That's even worse. It's
But
not
it's
even
still
in
bad.
game.
It's still horrible.
Okay, we
Facts.
gotta give some context here for that. Okay, Brig is he's one-minded, single-minded when it comes to
Tunnel
Warzone
vision.
or any Call of Duty game or
He has
mostly any
lots of
gaming.
Alex moments like I do.
Yes. I can't
And
peek HUD.
you can see what your players are, how their armor is, and everything when you're playing
Mhm.
Warzone, and we have to remind him to do that. We have
Yep.
to remind him. We have to remind him to do things during.
I
his
can have
gaming
8
set.
plates.
Why
and
do you
not
think I don't play
armor ones.
Warzone with you?
I don't know.
I caused it.
Because I'll go off and do my own thing,
Oh.
or you're gonna constantly be telling me, "Alex, play it up. Alex, do this. Alex, protect me. Alex, you should pick this gun over this gun. Why aren't you running your ghost?"
I was looking at a text.
And I wish. And do you know what that
way
means?
we could win.
Yeah. I mean, Patrick's heard it. And he's popping off over here. He knows his stuff. He's paid his dues. I've yelled at him enough.
I know. Alex, I always, me and Josh were talking about it. I think it always makes me laugh when me and Josh really start getting into it. And Alex starts getting really worried. Like,
She's really up. And then,
sometimes we're not going to be friends anymore.
no, then we're like, hey, you're getting on tomorrow, right? Yeah, we're just gonna get on tomorrow, right?
You guys seriously argue so much and say like
because
the
we know it
rudest-
means nothing.
You guys
Yeah.
say like the nastiest things.
We don't
to
get
each other.
personal. We
And
don't
my-
get personal.
Like my inner mom comes out and I'm like, "Okay, boys,
we
settle
haven't,
down."
we haven't punched each other.
And then we start arguing. It's like, stop it, step bro.
What are you doing, step bro?
Stop.
Brett, do you understand that context?
No, he doesn't.
Well, then you don't.
Well, he was just. I was
He doesn't
the
get on
same
the
way
tube,
until you
then.
explained
He
it.
doesn't get on the
Shut
tube.
up, bro.
the hub.
The hub.
That's what it
Sorry.
is. The hub.
The hub.
That's the hub.
P-hub.
What's the hub?
Porn hub.
Oh,
Well, I said the same thing about X videos. So
There you go.
Oh, we
I
didn't.
didn't know
We have to go.
existed.
Break. Shut up. We have to list them. List websites now. Jesus.
That's a low quality.
Do you guys have anything else you want to talk about before we get out of here? You guys have anything you want to mention or anything you want to chat about? I mean, we are hitting time here for our stuff. and
we
got
can
some
let
wings to
we
go
can
eat.
let them do their plugs for
Yeah,
your
I mean,
multiple
you guys have a lot of
podcasts.
podcasts.
a lot of
stuff.
podcasts. You guys can do your plugs.
Yeah, you guys have one coming out soon eventually. I'm
Yes.
What in the, I don't know. All podcasting?
Yeah.
You can find us on Twitter at Let Me Show You Something Pod. Jeez.
I don't do this normally.
Basically, it's a podcast about movies that neither one of us hasn't seen that we're going to show the other one.
sounds like a knockoff of the movie
Movie
club.
Yes.
They said they got it from us. They said that it's a little more of their... But, it's how those good ideas are made. They expand them into an actual
Sponsored
show.
by the PTOUnlimited.
It's okay. I made their logo, Brett. I made their logo.
But yeah, so we kind of haven't put up an episode in a minute. We both got COVID,
Yeah.
and the movie that we were wanting to see, which it doesn't stream anywhere because I've never seen.
I don't know why.
Watch
And
it.
Crystal has, and that's our next episode.
Wait.
He hasn't seen True Lies.
Yeah, I've never seen.
Do it.
So
I want to buy this movie just to have it.
Can we just watch it tonight then? Oh wait, have you seen it yet?
No.
We can watch it.
Yeah.
With that, Wings,
I have
etc. And True
You have
Lies.
I have it on DVD.
Ooh.
There we go.
I
might
cannot
have to.
believe you've never
Buffalo
seen
Wings.
True Lies.
True Lies. That's a good night.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
Yep.
Well,
So-
we gotta get out of here.
That's gonna get late.
I know you want to eat earlier, Brett.
That's
So
okay.
also
I had a late
I
lunch.
do Paranormal Pativity podcast. You can find all the links at Paranormal Pat 64 on Twitter. Paranormal, supernatural, aliens, all that stuff, cryptid. Once again, haven't put an episode up in a minute, but
You should have Alex on. Maybe you guys should
Yes.
do one. You guys should do one. You guys should
Do it over the
think about
internet.
doing one,
I like
Keep
doing
talking
that.
about it.
yeah,
One
you
more-
guys have talked about it for like 2 years now.
Or actually, two more I got here. Chafing the Dream at Chafing the Dream Pod. It's a weight loss podcast that I do with my friend Kyle, who actually lives out here too.
What he's part of
The Back in Time podcast.
Back in Time
Back in Time
podcast. Yes.
Yeah.
And finally, It Be Like That podcast at IBLT Podcast on Twitter. You can find all the links. It's just a general topic podcast. We talk sports, topics, life, and stuff like that.
You guys do live streams on Twitch.
Yes, we also
As
do
far
live
as your
streams on
podcast
Twitch,
goes, yeah,
and
yeah.
it's It Be Like That podcast on Twitch. I believe.
IBLT podcast.
You're right. It is IBLT.
Only because I see it in chat all the time.
Brian's the one that handles all that stuff. So
Yeah.
Patrick is also a Twitch streamer.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
you are.
I also Twitch stream at Solus_64.
Yes.
And
Yes.
usually when they're on, I'm on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's with us most of the time.
I got a couple.
Brig, what's up?
I got a couple.
Yep.
What's up?
Deals. One or two things. One question for you,
It's not my.
and I
business.
remember why. Do you know where the movie segment came from on PTO? How it started and why Alex brought it
Yeah,
in?
because Brett never seen any movies.
No,
I don't actually even remember.
I
it
don't
was your
remember
high
that.
school movie club that you wanted to bring it in. You wanted a new
Ah,
subject.
that's right. See,
I
he
remember your own segment. You guys don't
remembers that
remember it.
shit. It was like, oh yeah, because
You were like,
the movie.
and
club.
then it was a challenge, and it was also.
But you've listened to probably more episodes than he has.
Wait.
Well, it's just this was the reason why Movie Club came in is because she wanted a new segment with
Yeah.
the slang coming in for so long,
Yeah.
and she talked about her high school. You had everyone who
It
had to
was middle
sign
school.
up for it.
Middle school.
Yeah, and you had social media that people wanted to sign up for Movie Club, but it just became just everyone just go watch it.
Yeah.
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 So that's my first one. Second one, warm M&Ms. You put that there for a reason.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Warm M&Ms.
What
Wait,
about
did
it?
you already microwave them?
That was like
No, I
an
haven't
hour
heard
and a-
about
that
your
was an
opinion
hour
on
and a
them.
half
Your
ago.
opinion,
You
Patrick.
haven't had them yet.
Oh, you
Oh, wait.
No, I said they're all right.
They're all
Yeah,
right.
honestly, like if you're at a party and you're out in the park and they've been sitting in the sun.
Right. I just want
Okay.
official
Well,
on
hold
mine.
I'm not going out of my way to heat up some.
I don't think anybody would ever argue that warm M&Ms aren't good. It's just
We've
Every
been
time.
arguing
What's the
it for
point?
like the
They
last.
were.
No,
It's the
the
process.
They
argument
were saying I
was,
was psychotic
what's
for
the
having
point?
it.
Why would you eat them warm when you could just eat them room
Right.
temperature?
Alex's
I
response is great.
I would never argue that they wouldn't be good.
I think it reminds me of when you first pull out an M&M baked cookie.
Stop saying pull out.
Take out of the oven a warm cookie with M&Ms in
Does it
it.
remind you of a warm apple pie?
Warm apple pie.
Yes.
Well, it was like you guys thought it was like psychotic or so stupid.
I
I'm like,
didn't
it's.
say anything.
I know
I
you
didn't.
didn't, but everyone
Well, it's
did.
weird. It's
I'm
the
the one who
process that
said
you're
it.
doing it. Why would you do a little extra?
It just made
Because
me.
I never got an M&M and said, you know what? I'm gonna put these in the microwave.
It's just creativity. It just makes me happy that someone else
Microwaving
had it and
candy?
likes it.
I'm not gonna say it's bad. I'm just gonna
I
say
know,
it's
it's
the
not
weirdest
bad.
process of I've ever
Right. It
seen.
is. A
You
weird
know what's
step.
not weird, or what's actually weirder?
What?
Dipping popcorn in water.
Okay, but I didn't. Okay, here, and I told this story
I
before.
forgot to buy popcorn.
And I'm glad your wife like agrees. Like,
I had a cup of water. I was eating
Weird.
popcorn. I just grabbed it. Some fell in. I'm not gonna waste it.
how does it change the flavor? There's no way.
I don't know. It just does. I'm not a scientist. Okay. It just makes the butter pop more.
But it's all mushy.
Yeah.
But doesn't the water
Just dip
fall off it
real
because the
quick. You don't
grease?
just like let it like
Like an Oreo.
you know. Hey, just dunk it real quick and eat it. You don't need to.
That's
let it
messed
sit
up,
there.
man.
I'll try it. I will
That's-
try
All
it.
right, fine.
Let's get
We
the
have-
hell
we
out
have
of
a
here.
bag of pop-
And cold
Hey.
spaghetti. Don't worry.
Cold spaghetti is great.
I will try it one time. Just it'll be someday.
The other thing that used to be great was Mexican pizza cold the next day.
Mexican pizza from Taco Bell.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
have
don't make it
the-
anymore. Okay,
They don't have
so you're upset about that. Why is
I-
it such a big deal? It's just a tortilla shell with all of the fixings of a standard taco.
Because it was delicious. It was my go-to since they made the damn thing.
What was it? Just chili sauce?
I
on
got an
it?
idea, Patrick. Buy a taco from Taco Bell, cut it in half, and you got yourself a taco pizza.
There you go.
What's
Not
the difference?
necessarily because there's
It's like a taco bite.
yeah it's made differently.
Okay.
All the melted cheese and everything. It's just
Fair enough.
Delicious.
Okay. I'm
Like I
serious.
said, look, that's
I have
something
to
that's
think about
been
it.
at Taco
It's
Bell.
a staple, yes.
Basically,
Long
it was
time.
a staple.
Me
Yeah.
and Pizza Hut.
From the moment they made the menu, because I remember before Taco Bell had a value menu where you could order like a number 1, number 2, whatever. It was a number 4 forever.
Really?
Yes.
Wait
Oh.
a minute. Are we
Crystal's
talking
cracking
about
up.
pizza at
No,
Taco
Taco
Bell
Bell.
or
Taco
Taco
Bell,
Pizza
the
at
Mexican-
Pizza Hut?
No, Taco
The Mexican
Bell.
pizza
Okay.
at Taco Bell.
I
Most
don't-
of the time,
never
I'm
had it.
thinking of the taco pizza at Pizza Hut.
Oh.
'Cause that's a thing.
Yeah.
It is a thing.
Bell.
I love taco pizza.
So and then like all of a sudden they changed the which that threw me off too because like here's a funny story. I don't know what time to tell you.
You good?
I ordered. I was like, I want a number 4. I'll tell the other part. Hold on.
He already knows. He put up the husband finger.
Wait a second.
Oh.
Wait a second. Let me
ordered a
tell
number
it.
4. I get up there and I'm like, what the hell is this? This isn't what I ordered.
Right.
And this one also made me mad. This Taco Bell, you can only make a right. You couldn't like pull back in the park. So I had to make a right, make a U-turn, make another U-turn to get back in the Taco Bell. I go on there and I'm pissed. I'm like, I ordered a number 4. I ordered Mexican pizza. It's not in here. Blah blah blah. And so they're like, oh, we're sorry, sir. We'll make you another one right now. And I threw up a stink. I was pissed. And
Damn.
then I realized that they had changed it to a number 8. Now,
Oh.
prior to me
Oh.
ordering, I said, what the hell? They moved the Mexican pizza to number 8. And then by the time they came over to order, I go, I want a number 4, thinking it was a number.
Wow.
So
So
I-
they got yelled at.
I realized this.
yeah.
I realized
What
this,
a jerk.
And then I was like, I apologize for being so upset. The fact that I had to make a U-turn, thank you for my free food. I'm going to leave now.
Oh,
I
In the-
never corrected him.
You didn't
why.
tell him
they
why.
probably spit in your food. Don't worry, they probably spit in your
You're
food.
the worst kind of customer to deal with.
Well, you know,
It's your mistake.
at least I apologize.
If you admit
afterwards.
it,
You
when
did,
I was
'cause
in
most of the
fast
time
food
they
and
don't.
retail, If
Yeah,
the customer admits they were wrong, I'm happier than ever.
Yeah.
That's
I
it.
don't know. I just like it was one thing when they got rid of the double decker taco, and then like the fact that they won't bring back the chili cheese burrito. But when they got rid of the Mexican pizza, I was like, all right, that's it. I'm done.
Yeah.
So that's basically anytime we went to Taco
water.
Bell, I was buying a Mexican pizza.
Yeah.
It's
I'm gonna
okay.
give him some
Well,
water
no,
real
it's
quick.
okay.
I'm gonna give him some water real quick.
We're getting out of here.
No, I'm gonna just dump this in there.
Oh,
So he has
okay.
some. He's really thirsty.
Okay.
So
All right.
Do your
plug your
plugs.
Twitch ups.
Oh yeah, so I'll do my plug. So I'm also a Twitch streamer as well. So if you want to watch me on Twitch, it's twitch.tv/cute_kitty KUTE_KITTI. I also have a YouTube channel which is youtube.tv/cutekitty. Plenty of content on there, but I stream on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday nights. Other than this last weekend, just because we've had people in town and we've had a Halloween party,
Been
so
busy.
we've
Yeah.
got plenty of content to post up on those.
Yeah.
But I will be live this weekend as well.
Yep. As far as my stream goes, I Twitch stream on Tuesday and Thursday evening and Saturday morning. And you can follow me on twitch.tv/Mr. L, MASTERL. I'll probably be streaming tomorrow night. Well, might do like a Mario Party stream. We'll see. Just keep an eye out on the social medias.
Yeah, because you know how well that went.
What went?
Playing Mario Party today.
that
Oh,
was great.
yeah. We'll get into. Well, actually, I got the Mario Party Superstars, and it's fun. It's like classic Mario
Can't
Party.
believe you kept telling Berg to screw me over like that.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay. You're giving him the wrong hints. But no, just keep an eye out on the social media. We'll let you know if I'll be streaming tomorrow. And as far as our YouTube channel goes, please be sure to subscribe to our channel. And if you're not subscribed, please like the video as well too, and hit the bell to be notified for when we're live, which is every Monday at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And if you want to follow me on Twitter, it is @_Mr. L.
Brett_wings.
Cute_kitty.
And make sure you guys also follow our Discord and all of our social medias too. Do a final note, Brett?
Yeah, could be my final episode as a regular.
Yeah.
So I'm just glad that it was kind of a big celebration. So
Yeah,
thanks
we
for
had
being
a-
on, guys.
So much fun.
I'll be on, like I said last week, probably about once a month. So
Yeah.
going forward. So
So that's gonna put down a weird.
it's gonna be
situation
quite
with
the
our-
change.
with our movie club too.
I mean, I feel it's kind of selfish that you're gonna take a job over the podcast.
How dare you?
I feel
dare you
like
be
it's
happy?
just selfish that he's taking a paying opportunity.
I can't believe you're trying to better yourself.
And be less stressed. Like, how dare you?
Well, you know.
Yeah.
But we thank you guys for coming on, and we'll catch you guys in the next one. We're gonna get out of here.
Yeah.
Bye, guys. Have a good
Bye.
one.
Bye.
Hasta luego.
Oh, I gotta go.